Hey guys, Pigskin Podcast, episode 11, college football week 11, NFL week 10. We have a lot of matchups, fun week of college football. Uh, I'm just going to go out there and I'm going to throw this out there. I'm a sicko, or maybe like I'm a weirdo, but I kind of like this time of year. Like daylight savings, yeah, we lose an hour of daylight, but it's just like a nostalgic feeling for me. Like it reminds me of like high school, or like it reminds me like this is the time where football's just like gritty, and you get to see like which team, like what's your team made of because it's cold, it sucks, especially people that live in like Boston and Chicago. But anyway, I'm going on a tangent, but yeah, week 10 for the NFL, week 11 for college football, and the Bears are 3-7. We won a game. It was a must-win game. I'm
It was.
I'm pretty sure last night was a football match. I love how like the Chiefs Rams game like 5 years ago like brainwashed everybody into thinking that like if you don't score 10 touchdowns in a game,
Yeah.
the game sucks. 20 years ago that was like a normal game.
Hey, we had the Super Bowl, the Rams Patriots Super Bowl. That was what, like 13-3 or some shit like that a few years ago.
Yeah, everybody
Great game.
like yeah. Well, I mean, if you like defense, it's a great game. But if you don't like a low scoring game, that was awful to watch. So last night probably sucked for a lot of people. I saw a lot of like snaps and stuff of people being like, "This is the worst game I've ever seen in my life."
Is this the first team to ever go 2-0 in the same weekend? Or because the Bears won, right? So they get 1-0 there, and then they beat the team that holds their first round pick, so they get worse. So technically, they really won twice.
Yeah. Did you see Colin Coward's like his show on FS1
I
where he was like
ignore him.
there was it was going around, but basically he was saying like, "Congratulations, Bears, you won a game, but you just you got yourself out of the Drake May Caleb Williams sweepstakes by winning that." It's like, how?
He's such a fucking dumbass. He's the same guy that was like, they should trade 3 first round picks for Shohei Otani. Fucking dipshit. You
Fucking
can't trade
dumbass.
picks in baseball.
Yeah. Just some of the stuff that like he says, I feel like he does it on purpose now. Like
Has to.
he knows that people are like onto him and they're like he probably doesn't do his research, but now he's probably just like going on with the joke. Just what a fucking
Or maybe
idiot.
he's a fucking idiot. He might
Yeah,
just be a fucking idiot.
what a fucking idiot. By the way, like I'm working on like 3 hours of sleep and the Zins, they're kind of strong this time, you know. I'm used to doing threes and I'm doing sixes, so if I mess up, DB correct me.
Next time, just get heroin, dog.
Okay,
Then we'll both be on the same.
maybe some meth. Don't try that at home, kids. Anyways,
I
Bears
didn't try that work.
16. Yeah, Bears 16, Carolina 13. Uh I'm happy. It was a must-win game. We needed to win that game. I think currently we have the number 1 pick and now the number 5 pick cuz I think the Giants and the Cardinals are ahead of us. Maybe the Patriots. The Patriots are also ahead of the Bears.
I think so, yeah.
I'm okay with it. We get Justin Fields back next week. Tyson Bagent, great story. Seems like a good guy. Also, Al Michaels with an all-time broadcast or like his call. He was like, uh, they didn't do a tush push with the Panthers like on 4th and 1. Instead, they ran like a play. It was like a pass or like a run. I don't remember exactly, but he was like, you didn't see the tush push from Carolina because there's not a lot of tush to push back there.
Is that why people were tweeting like Al Michaels does not want to be at this game?
Well, I think Al Michaels, I don't know. Like he's such a like he's a legend. Whenever I think of like guys that call games, like you think of the legends like, you know, John Madden, Al Michaels is up there. I think it's time for him to retire.
Think so?
That's the end of my childhood if he retires.
Dude, I know. Yeah, I mean, when I think about legendary like
Like
play-by-play
broadcasting.
announcers, I think of like Mike Breen,
Yeah.
obviously. Bang! Think about him. John Madden, fucking Al Michaels, and then
As much as I hate to admit it,
Brent
Joe
Musburger.
Buck. Yeah.
You are looking live, dude. I love Musburger, man.
As much as I
Especially when
hate
he'd get the Red River game.
Oh yeah, I know. That's like, dude, that's old time.
Yeah. Sorry, I kept cutting you off. Go ahead.
Sooners win. Sooners win. Tate let Layman with the catch.
Ah,
Dude, I'll never forget that.
Williams with the hit. God damn it. Layman on the pick.
Loopy.
You. It's going to do it again. Yeah, I'm very tired. Right?
Yeah.
I spent way too much money today, and you had no sleep and had to work. So we're just
I haven't had any sleep. But yeah, Joe Buck with baseball. When I think of, as much as I hate to admit it, Joe Buck with baseball.
He's a good baseball guy.
Yeah.
Just like Tessitore is really bad for football, but he's good when it comes to like boxing.
Yeah, I know. He's very good when it comes to boxing. But
yeah,
he's
maybe also got that northeastern like accent to him.
Yeah.
Like he fits boxing. Like I could totally see him doing like Rocky movies.
God, his worst one was it was when Khalil Mack first came to the Bears and he stripped Sean Kaiser, right? He was the quarterback for Green Bay when Aaron Rodgers went out. He's like, Mack stripped it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I mean, I'm glad you're excited, but just something about it.
You remember how that game ended?
Fuck you. That is the ugliest beanie I've ever seen.
It looks better than yours. When'd you get that? 1994?
This is football. This is grit. Like, this is the time of year where you want this color. This is football, -2 degrees, snowing.
This is green for money, and this is gold for championships.
It's green for puke and yellow for very bad diarrhea.
I would have said super dehydrated piss, but I had both today. So
yeah, just like you did too many drugs, piss, because they're all fucking drug addicts up there.
Pretty much, yeah. There's nothing else to do in fucking Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're way the fuck off track. What'd you think of the game last night?
You know what? I had fun watching it because I was on the edge of my seat the entire time. As Carolina's coming back. Apparently, they showed a stat where Carolina, this season, when they score first, they've lost every game. And then Chicago, when they're the first to get scored on, they've lost every game. This season.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of like a toss-up. It was like, okay, who's going to win this game? But
it's Chicago also one of those games both teams are so bad. You could be like, oh, when a fan shits their pants in the stands, they've lost every game this season. And it's like, well, they've kind of already lost every other game this season. So
that's basically what it is. Bryce Young did not look good. Tyson Bagent didn't look that good either. But, hey, good guy.
Tyson, there's a difference. Tyson Bagent's undrafted D2 guy, and Bryce Young is first overall pick. Dude, he's running for his fucking life.
Yeah, that offensive line is not good. And that's why I'm glad that we got Montez Sweat because he got a lot of pressure.
He did.
Justin Jones out there. Billings didn't play too much. It was our second-round pick. Javon Dexter was out there a lot. And Zach Pickens. But they were getting pressure on him. Defense looked solid. We had Brisker back. I had a lot of fun watching the game. Even though it was awful to watch for most people, that's what I'm used to now. So the fact that
I like good defensive football anyway. So, yeah. But there's also a difference. There's good defensive football, and then there's just two teams that are so bad they can't figure it out. So
that's basically what it was last night.
Yeah.
But both defenses are also good too.
Yeah. I will say the Panthers were Brian Burns less, right? They didn't. Brian Burns didn't play, did he? Yeah.
Yeah, Brian Burns was out. J.C. Horn was playing.
He's so good, dude.
Yeah, but he looked like he was kind of hurt. I don't know. Maybe he has like an undisclosed injury.
Mm-hmm.
But no, their defense is still good with Brian Burns or not.
Yeah, but, solid unit.
Tyson Bagent, good guy. It was fun while it lasted. It sucks that it has to end. He's 2-2 when he's playing for the Bears, though. So
is Justin Fields back next week?
Yeah, he's gonna be back.
Are y'all on a bye or
no? Yes. No.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. No. I'm confused. No, you're not. Your bye is after
the Lions.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah. We play the Lions next week. Yikes.
Yeah, you play the Lions, and you got Monday Night Football, and then you got a bye.
Automatic loss against the
Lions. Y'all's next 3 games are Lions, Vikings, Lions, dude.
Yeah, I know. It's not fun. But that was a game like typically like I would want to lose a game because I want the better draft pick. I want Marvin Harrison Jr. and or Brock Bowers and or the left tackle from Penn State. if we can get them. But like that game, maybe a game against the Packers, like I'm okay with like winning that game. Maybe winning a game against the Packers, and maybe like one game against the Lions. I'm okay with
Last
5.
game of the season is going to be Green Bay, Chicago.
Yeah, I know.
For us. We get the first game and the last game of the season. How about that?
Yeah.
We're going to open up the season sad and close the season sad, both of us.
Yeah. But the defense looked really good. I don't know if that's an indication of how bad like Carolina is, but hey, tough, gritty game.
See you next week.
Yeah. Do you want to go ahead and move on to college football? We'll get to
We
the
can,
NFL.
Yeah. We'll do a full thing on the NFL. Do you have anything else you want to talk about with the Bears? Anything else of a note?
Nah.
Not really.
There's nothing really else to talk about that game. I'm glad we won, but like if you don't typically watch the Bears, I'm sorry you had to watch that.
Oh shit. Sorry. Also, very, very tired human over here. So yeah, college football week 11. Big weekend, man. Obviously, we got the whole thing going on with Michigan we'll get into. Oklahoma's got West Virginia coming to town. It's the last Big 12 night game for the University of Oklahoma, at least at home. 6 p.m. kickoff against West Virginia. Oklahoma currently favored by 13.5, which a lot of smart people would probably take West Virginia to cover in that one. Even if Oklahoma still wins, I'm sure it's a lot closer than that. But, yeah, we got a lot of big games in the dock this weekend. Obviously, Michigan going into Happy Valley, take on the Penn State.
I'm so mad that's not a night game. The Michigan Penn State. That should be a whiteout.
Yes, exactly. It should A, be a night game, and B, be whiteout. But no, it's big noon fucking kickoff. I mean, I love Joel Klatt and Gus Johnson, but they deserve night games too.
Yeah, that should be like a Chris Fowler, Kirk Herbstreit.
Literally. Shit. And then we got West Virginia coming to Norman. Alabama goes to Kentucky, which at the rate Kentucky's been, well, I wouldn't say they've been falling off. They're only 6-3. They started really hot, but
it's in Kentucky too.
Yes, it is. Texas Tech goes to Kansas. That's another one. Arizona 6-3 and ranked 21. Arizona is going into Colorado. Colorado needs to win 2 of their last 3 to make a bowl game in Dion's first season, so that'll be a big one to watch. Kansas State should lay an ass whooping on Baylor. Miami goes up to Tallahassee to play Florida State. Should be a Florida State pretty comfortable win. But here's where
Mario Cristobal if they lose.
It is, definitely. Here's the real meat of this weekend. The 2:30 in evening window outside of OU West Virginia, obviously the evening game. Again, 2:30, we got Miami at Florida State. We got Utah at Washington. That's a big one. Utah are quietly able to put up points. I mean, they got dusted by Oregon, but they've scored 30+ in 3 of the last 4 games.
We're not going to get Cam Rising this season, are we?
No, it's going to be, what's his last name? Bernard Johnson or something like that?
Oh, they're not going to play the pig farmer.
Oh, yeah, him. I don't remember his name, but.
I think it's Barnes.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, okay. You're right. Then we got Tennessee at Missouri. That one. Tennessee wins, and Georgia loses to Ole Miss. That game between Tennessee and Georgia is for the SEC West. So, big one to keep your eyes on there. Oklahoma State's going to Orlando to take on UCF in the bounce house. Never count out Gus Malzahn. UCF's got to win 2 of the last 3 to get into a bowl game. So, they're going to be fighting like hell. Rutgers, Iowa, sneaky good game. Yeah. Rutgers looked pretty good against Ohio State for the majority of the game last week. So, we'll see.
Greg Schiano.
Hey, can we talk about Washington State's fall off? They're 4-5, dude.
Yeah, I know. They beat Oregon State, and you thought this is probably one of the best teams in the Pac-12, and they got their asses whooped by Arizona. Was it Arizona State?
I think it was Arizona.
Yeah, it's 44-6.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Oregon State's 7-2. Quietly 7-2.
Yeah.
Just rolling through teams. They got Stanford on the dock this week. Ole Miss at Georgia. Again, that's a game I was talking about just a minute ago with SEC East title indications on the line, or complications, whatever that word would be. Also, contentions. There we go. Ole Miss with some news breaking this weekend. You had that lawsuit breaking out against Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss that they're trying to dismiss. lawyers for I forget his name, the kid out of Ole Miss, trying to
Santo
release a clip.
Rollins.
Yes, trying to release a clip to make Lane Kiffin look bad, and really backfired on him. Everyone in the majority of everyone in the college football media was like, "That kid looks stupid." Not really a good look for him. Probably fucked up the rest of his career. I don't see him playing anywhere else that's not JUCO. Texas got TCU. TCU is another one of those games that or teams that they're fighting for bowl eligibility. Crazy they were in the national championship game last year, but fighting for bowl eligibility. Texas got Quinn Ewers back. This is a game historically Texas would lose. I say historically, last decade. This is a game Texas would lose. So, but also so was last weekend. Something to keep your eyes on. Billy Napier's fighting for his job. Florida goes to LSU this weekend. I say this weekend, tomorrow. 6-3 Duke is taking on 7-2 North Carolina. And then really the last game that we're really looking at, Oregon favored by 16 at home against the Fight On Trojans of the University of Sussex Cox. So out there in Southern California. So a lot of good games this weekend, man. I mean, we're not going to touch and talk on all of them. Obviously, we're going to hit on OU, West Virginia for the majority of it. We'll probably talk about the Michigan news and maybe touch on another game or two. But I'm just excited. I know the season's halfway over. NFL season's halfway over. This is the best time of the season for football.
And also the worst because football's about to end.
Yes. Yeah. So it's getting good, but we're also so much closer to the USFL being our only source of football entertainment. So
we might have the XFL.
Well, they're supposed to merge.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll see what happens. I'm not going to watch it. I doubt it. I'll just stick to watching baseball and fucking playing Xbox. But what do you think about this weekend, man? Big weekend for college football. It's going to be another fun one.
Yeah, before we get into that, did you see the Cubs hired counsel?
I did. Kind of felt bad for David Ross. I don't think he did that bad. I think he did good, but it's just time to bring in a new face, a new aggressive young guy. Apparently, counsels wanted to be in Chicago. He said that he wanted to be in Chicago. I
guess that means they're ready. That's the only reason you'd hire him.
Apparently, they're in the race for Pete Alonso if he gets traded. They're in the race for Shohei Ohtani, as well as one of the top players in Japan right now.
Shit.
So they also tendered or made a qualifying offer on Cody Bellinger. So even if he doesn't re-sign with the Cubs, expect a compensatory pick or a competitive balance, whatever they want to call it, in the MLB. Expect an extra pick for the Cubs. And then we had the 3 Gold Glovers I think we touched on last episode. Dansby Swanson, Ian Happ, and Nico Horner. But, hey, I know this is a football podcast, but I'm excited about the Cubs' future, man.
Yeah, I know. Me too. I can't wait to start talking
Only
about
Chicago sports team I want to see win is the Cubs.
Oh, you don't want to see the Bears?
No. I mean, no, I don't. Okay. Only if it just makes you get a worse pick and y'all keep losing to Green Bay. Then, yeah, it's fine by me.
That's fair. Did you see, so before we talk about Oklahoma and West Virginia, did you see the spread for Ohio State, Michigan State?
Oh my God, fucking
31 points.
31.5, dude.
Yeah.
Do you think
they should cover that easily?
I would think so. Michigan State's just a dumpster fire at this point.
If they put another Hitler on their video board, maybe they blitz better? I don't know. We'll see. Oklahoma, West Virginia. So Oklahoma, like you said, is favored 13.5.
Mm-hmm.
I think over under is 59.5. I'm kind of scared going into this game. We've lost 2 in a row. I mean, there's been reports. Ethan Downs during his interview was just saying we need to get the cancers out of the locker room. And then Danny Stutzman saying, hey, if you're not bought in, on the podcast on the Prairie, he said, if you're not bought in, then you can get out. We got guys that want to play for the University of Oklahoma. I don't know what that means. I'm not going to speculate either. They're probably just saying hey, it's us versus the world right now. It's probably just, figure of speech in their minds. They're just kids. Yeah. I hope there's no cancer in the locker room. Just win the game. Seriously, just win the game. Don't commit dumb penalties. Don't turn the ball over. Don't try to get too cute. Unless you run that play that the Chicago Bears ran last night. You didn't get to watch the game, but they basically ran like a halfback stretch, like they were going to run it. Like they didn't motion anybody across. It was 4 wide out set.
So straight up zone.
Yeah, basically straight up zone. It was just straight up outside zone. They had Tyler Scott, the speedster from Cincinnati, didn't motion or anything, but when they snapped the ball, it looked like Tyson was going to hand off like a stretch play to Deontay Foreman. And instead, Tyler Scott comes around towards the middle, and Badgett just hands it off to him, and he runs the opposite way, and he's got 2 wide receivers blocking for him. It was like a 13-yard gain. It was sick. If you're going to run
if they're going to take a play, they need to steal that touchdown Green Bay had to Luke Musgrave.
What was that?
The double fake swing to Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon. Did you not see that one last week?
No.
So it's a 2-back split gun set, right?
2 backs?
Yes, two black.
Well, yeah.
Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon, they are, Anyways, it's a 2-back split gun set, and then you got Jordan obviously in the middle. He snaps it. They swing A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones out, fakes it to Aaron, turns around, fakes it to Dillon, turns back around. Luke Musgrave's wide open in the middle of the field, walks in for a touchdown.
Yeah, get Austin Stogner the ball. Throw it to him. Let him get a touchdown.
Literally.
He's capable.
Not even, they don't have to do that. Just throw them like they're throwing rebounds, man.
Yeah.
Like he'll go get it off the glass. He's
6'6", like 280. He's huge. Take advantage of that matchup.
I do agree with you. Just win. Obviously, that's where we're at. 10-win season still on the table, right? 11-win season still on the table. You went out, won your bowl game, 11 wins. Year 2 of Brent Venables after a shaky middle. Not bad, right? Obviously, the expectation is to win the conference championship, which is still up for grabs, and win the national championship, make the playoffs, compete for national title. That's what OU's all about. That's the standard, right? You got to play like the standard's still there, though. Even if it's not, you got to play like it's still there. Gabe Eichard was talking about on the Sooner Scoop podcast that 2013 season after the Thursday loss to Baylor. He stood up after the game and pretty much told him that, we still have a lot of shit to play for. So if you're not going to be with us, get out. But if you're with us, just put your fucking nuts on the table and let's go. And obviously they went on that magical run, beat Oklahoma State in the way they did. That's exactly what Drake Stoops been talking about. So you kind of see some of the similarities there. God, I wish Drake was a freshman, man. I want 4 more years of Drake Stoops, man. Can we put him up like president and just have him 4 more years?
Or just COVID
years. Maybe.
Medical.
But I think I'm about to scare you. I've watched a little bit of West Virginia. I've listened to some people talk about West Virginia. Their run game is insane, man.
Well, their center, Zach Frazier, he's like a top offensive line draft pick.
He's like the best center in college football.
Yeah, that's who I want Chicago to draft, in the 2nd round if he's available.
West Virginia literally has at least 3 guys on their offensive line that will play in the NFL. And not just get drafted, but will play in the NFL. They are good, dude. They're good veteran guys. And
that's the problem is because Oklahoma the last 2 games hasn't put pressure
against against Kansas, who's got a good veteran O-line, and Oklahoma State, who doesn't really have that great of an offensive line. They're not terrible. They're not great, though. And that's what scares me about this game. West Virginia in conference play, just so far in the, 6 conference games, 7 conference games or whatever we've had, number 1 rush team, the Big 12. We got torched by UCF, really on big plays, but didn't look good. Ran down our throats with Kansas, and obviously Ollie Gordon played well. So doesn't look good. Garrett Green ran all over us last year.
Yeah, when he came in for JT Daniel, right?
That's how they beat us last year, So this, West Virginia's not a bad team. They're 6-3. Obviously, they had that heartbreaker to Houston. Played a pretty competitive game for really 50 minutes against Oklahoma State and then kind of lost it there in the end. They're not a bad team, though. West Virginia is a lot better than they were last year, and they beat us last year.
I don't know. This is a game Oklahoma should still cruise by, and that's what's sad is we've gotten to this point.
Yeah, but
they're trending up, and we're trending down.
Perfect situation for a get-right game, though.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be in this situation, but that's where we're at this point. A little bit more about West Virginia, watching them. defense isn't great, kind of middle of the road, statistically and really from what I've seen through the games that I've watched. Our run game is the one thing that's trending up for us. Should be a bonus for us. I think we should run it well. Penn State ran it well against them, and to be honest, Penn State's run game, while they do have Nick Singleton and I forget his name, Kaytron Allen, they run the ball well, but they're not like dominant on the offensive side. I think we should be able to follow the same formula. But getting back to West Virginia, they run a lot of zone, a lot of outside zone. That's kind of what they major in on offense. Really good at it, man. Their offensive line is ferocious off the ball. And if Danny isn't playing, which I don't know what the status of Danny is, if Danny isn't playing, that's the one thing that travels, right? You know what travels in football? Run games and a defensive line. That's what travels. And when it's going to be cold, I mean, it's going to be in the mid-40s. It's a night game. You're going to have all day to get ready for it. And West Virginia is going to come up and they're going to pop us, man. They're going to punch us in the mouth. If Kip Lewis and Kobe McKenzie are playing, they're going to have to be really, really sound in their gaps because they're going to close quick. Like I said, West Virginia is fast and physical off the line, and they will create space, and they will close up every other hole. It's going to be probably the most challenging run team we'll face all season, and it's the one we're probably set up the worst to play against. So we need our interior defensive linemen to play really well. We need to start getting tackles for loss again.
Even more challenging than Kansas?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Their run game's a lot better in Kansas. They're more of a, we're going to show you what we're going to do and still beat you with it, whereas Kansas is going to try to distract you all game. So, but also notice West Virginia gets on a lot of 7 offensive line sets.
Yeah.
They'll come out there with like an extra tackle or an extra guard and pull them and just create chaos, dude. They're good, man. They're very
it's gonna help if Danny's healthy.
I hope so. Even 70% of Danny's still probably better than Jaren Kanak. 100% Jaren Kanak, but
this is a game he's gonna have to like really step up. If he's out there on the field, he's gonna.
Honestly, if we have Danny though, I want Danny and Kip. That's what I want. I want Danny and Kip Lewis.
Put Kip at Mike.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Put Danny at Mike.
See, that's the thing is like Danny's best at will, right?
Yeah.
And that's what should be in the butt kids conversation for is at will. But Kip's come in younger, less experience, and has played great at will. So it's like you almost want Danny to play Mike just because he's got more experience overall. And Kip's playing really hot. But, it's just one of those things where you never really know.
Shit, what about the secondary? Do you have anything, like, what is our secondary going to have to do?
I don't think I think they're just going to have to tackle.
Yeah.
I mean, they obviously have to play better in coverage, but West Virginia's not going to beat you throwing the ball. So.
Well, it's Gentry's going to have to be healthy. Gentry's going to have to be healthy, and Pearson's going to have to play because those are our best, like, open field tacklers. Woody Washington, too, but he hasn't had to do it much. Yeah,
Key Lawrence is good in open field. But Key Lawrence is more so better coming up. He's a good run support safety.
Yeah.
Is where Key's kind of at his best. So
Billy Bowman, that's a dude. He can just do it all, though.
I think we need a big game from Deshaun McCullough.
We will.
I hope so. Because now he's played great. Like, he's looked great, which I'm so excited we're going to get more Deshaun McCullough. It's going to be so great. Hope Peyton Bowen can really give it a go. I think he only played 1 snap against Oklahoma State. Which obviously he was dealing with a foot injury, but he played 1 snap. I don't know what he's looking like, but Peyton's pretty good in the open field. But I don't know. Our secondary is really going to have to tackle because they're not going to try to throw it down field and really burn us with that unless we force them to. And I think we match up pretty well in the secondary. Now, we're not healthy back there, which is scary, but I think even our twos can match up pretty well against their pass game. So, it's just all going to be the run game, man. This is going to be this is going to be a Big 8 football game. Early Big 12, Big 8 football game. It's going to be just pound it, fucking 3 yards in a cloud of dust, man.
Yeah, pound it.
I'm so excited. I'm going to be there tomorrow, man. I'm so fucking excited for this. I can't wait.
Dalton after dark.
Dalton
Pound it,
after
get
dark,
naughty with
man.
it.
85,000 people watching someone get pounded.
Yeah. Well, this is the D line's gonna have to step up. You've got to put pressure. You've got to get tackles for loss. None of this bullshit that we've seen the past 2 weeks. What happened? That's the biggest mystery. Is like our D line, which I like at the beginning of the season before it started, I wasn't too like, oh, this is going to be a different group. They proved me wrong 7 games into the season, and I was like, okay, I was wrong. You guys are fucking legit. And the past 2 weeks have just been bad.
Yeah, there's another thing.
I think a lot of it's fatigue too, because they're always out in the field.
That's the thing. Offense is going to have to sustain drives to keep our defense going. Because, and I'm just going to keep throwing stats out here. West Virginia is the number 1 team in the Big 12, and I think they're top 10 in time of possession, and it's not close. You know what their average time of possession is on offense? 35 minutes.
Yeah, ours is probably like 15.
Fuck, I know. Oklahoma State had the ball for 40 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
Last week.
That's the thing. That's how they get you. Like
possess us. Yeah.
They run the ball really well. They keep their offense on the field. Wear your defense out. And our offense is.
Sorry, go ahead.
Our offense is really bad about mixing up tempo. Yeah, it's just all high tempo.
Yeah, it is. And I like tempo. I like tempo, but I like almost like pitching. Tempo for an offense and pitching is very similar. You can't just keep pumping fastballs in there. You got to mix it up. Throw a slider, change up, curve, maybe a knuckleball. Just get creative with it. Do some different shit.
Believe me, it's more mentally taxing. Like you want the mental taxation on a defense than you want the physical aspect. Like you want to tax them physically, but also.
But if we have 8 possessions in 28 minutes or in like 22 minutes of control time, they're not going to be tired, bro, because they get to sit down for 6 minutes while their offense goes and just grinds clock. And they get a TV timeout and everything like that. They'll be fine, dude. They'll be perfectly. They won't even be sweating. They come back on the fucking field. They'll be fine, dude. And so this is going to be a limited possession game, though. West Virginia is going to try to keep the ball away from us. As bad as the offense has looked, situationally, offense is still one of the top in college football.
Yeah.
They still have that threat to score on every play, every drive. I wouldn't say every play. Andrew Anthony's not there. Every drive. They have the opportunity to go do it, man. And
so what do you want to see from the offense?
I want to see the ability to sustain drives. I want to see 2 5+ minute drives from the offense in this game. That's it. Well, obviously a win, but at least
2-9 out there. Run the ball with 2-9
if he's healthy.
That's true.
At that point, if he's not healthy, run the ball with 11.
Yeah.
And by not Davis Bevel, Kobe McKenzie.
Yeah, I'm glad you had to clear that up because I was thinking, Davis Bevel. Okay. Well.
Yeah, no. Kobe, unless you want him to snap his fucking ankle again. You saw how that worked also last year in Red River. No. Kobe McKenzie. All right. If Tahui can't go, Kobe McKenzie. All right. Or Dylan. Where the fuck is the run game with Dylan been? He had 3 rushing touchdowns against Kansas, but 20 yards? Bullshit, dude. He was our best running threat.
He still is.
Yeah.
QB that's a threat with their legs is a threat in the game.
Yeah. Also, by the way, outside of Jaquaz Petaway having 1 rush for 10 yards, you know who leads the team in average yards per carry?
Who?
Tommy Walker.
Well, yeah, he's a stud.
Yeah. You know who second is?
Who?
Gavin Sawchuk. He's had a great couple games. Obviously, that 64-yarder against Oklahoma State certainly helps, but I think we need to see 29 and 27 and a little bit of 8. That's what we need to run the ball. 29, 27, and 8. That's how we win.
Well, if I had wheels, I'd be a wagon. Who knows if it's going to happen?
If your aunt had balls, she'd be your uncle, but she doesn't, so she's not. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I love that video. But you got any other thoughts on this game outside of just fucking win? Please, God damn it, win.
No dumb penalties on the coaching staff.
Yeah, no false starts from from our
Well,
veteran
yeah, that's
receivers.
another thing. That was, I mean, the and they were from veteran guys too, like
Yeah,
Drake
Stoops
Stoops.
and Farouk.
Yeah, we had one. I don't know if it was. Yeah, it was against Kansas Tech. Nick Anderson had one too. He's a
Yeah.
freshman. He's looked sensational. Get him the ball.
Did you see his? If he can catch it, did you see his clip on his podcast talking about Fire Levy?
Uh-uh.
He addressed the whole Fire Jeff Levy thing, which I believe I believe both of us are on the pro Jeff Levy side of this, right? Of the fan
Yeah,
base.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I thought so, but I tried to make sure. Um, yeah,
Yes, I
Levy's
am.
not
That
the
was a
problem.
little like hesitant of me, but yeah, I
Levy's not
like
the
Jeff Levy.
problem, right? Execution is the problem, which can go back up to coaching, but play calling certainly not the problem 100% of the time.
Yeah,
There's
thanks.
been times where he's now
Maybe we should
obviously.
execute some of our players. Brian Kelly.
I mean, there's certainly been some head scratchers play calling, right? Like the consistent jet sweeps when they hadn't worked. But you also look at the swing to Drake Stoops that we lost 6 yards on last week. We had the numbers advantage, But here's the thing: we run so much RPO, and I'm an anti RPO guy.
Well, I think it works, just not
You
when
can't
it's the
major in it.
yeah,
It can't be your only thing.
yeah.
But also, because the RPO does work, why can't we throw the ball downfield with the RPO game? Why does it all have to be line of scrimmage stuff?
Dylan's deep arm just disappeared.
Dylan's deep ball is bad. If he's underthrowing Jalil Farouk, like at
Yeah.
this point, I'd be surprised if he overthrew Stogner. Like,
Well, at this point, just assume that like if you've got a guy man-to-man coverage, there's no high safety that's covering, or like if there's a single safety back there, look off that safety with your eyes. As soon as you snap the ball, look the opposite direction of the guy that you're actually going to throw it to. Tua majored. He's still very good at that. That's why,
yeah,
like, even though he doesn't have the biggest arm, he can get the fucking ball to Tyreek Hill because that's what he does.
yeah,
You got to do that. Don't stare down your receiver. Just
it's
assume
it's an eye thing.
I'm okay with an arm punt. If it's an interception, but it's down the field, at least you're giving your guy a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Because if your deep arm's not that good, just fucking come to terms with it.
Yeah. Also, these veteran guys in our receiving corps got to know to jump up and let the DB take them down, dude.
Yeah,
Just let the DB run you through the ground, get the penalty.
yeah.
It's like white people in basketball. Set a pick, bro. You'll be fine. You'll get up.
Fundamentals.
Yeah, we're gonna out
Fundamentals.
fundamental them. Okay. What you need to do is out rule book the motherfuckers, though.
Yeah, I agree.
Michigan's doing it.
Yes, which we'll get into.
We will get into that, but
Some saucy stuff.
no, I mean, it's just one of those games, man. Just got to go out there. It's gonna be physical. It's gonna be a dogfight. It's gonna be probably the shortest game of the season from overall time. Obviously, every game's 60 minutes, but this is gonna be like especially if West Virginia controls time possession, they're gonna run the fucking ball. Like I'll be in and out of fucking. I'm gonna get there at 3:30 for the tailgate and everything. Get there a little bit early. Walking champions, be my first one. Super excited. Can't wait to give Dylan Gabriel a lay. I
Nice
don't have
little.
one made. That's post game.
Okay,
Depends on if
just
we
a minute.
win
Yeah.
or not. Yeah, might get player of the game. We'll see what he tastes like. Anyways,
Oh, sorry, I was looking.
no, you're fine. Yeah, no, it's
I'll
gonna
go
be the
back and
quickest game of the
watch.
season. Like I said, it's just one of those things that we're gonna be in and out 2.5 hours probably. It's not gonna be a super long game, unless we put up like 60, which I don't see happening. Don't see it happening. So, but yeah, just please praying to the football gods here. I want a clean,
First circle.
efficient football game and a win. But usually those two go hand in hand. So we'll see. Can't wait.
I'm okay with like a few 3-and-outs.
Yeah, no, certainly. I saw Eichard touched on it. He was like, if the offense starts the game with a 3-and-out, are we gonna boo? That's not gonna help. Yeah. The no, okay, this isn't. We want Caleb. We want Spencer. We saw how that went. Yeah, no, it's not
I
gonna
mean,
help.
to the
Okay.
fans' credit, They were kind of right.
Yeah. Well, Spencer wasn't better than Jalen.
No.
But
well, they just
Caleb
wanted
was better.
Yeah.
Caleb is way better than Spencer Rattler.
But that's just a part of sports. Like, people are gonna boo, like, regardless of who they're like booing at.
Yeah, the
whether
Packers
it's the
been
refs.
booing the fucking offense off the goddamn field every goddamn game at this point.
Like, the fans could be booing. It could be because of the refs, or it could be because the play calling. It could be because of anything. Like, yeah, it's not a good idea to boo your team. I'm not that kind of guy.
I'm not either.
But just because, I mean,
we'll see.
Unfortunately, like, I'm a loser, and I cheer for loser teams. So, like, I don't even boo anymore. I'm like, yeah, that's just what I expect. But
yeah, that's the point I'm at too.
I feel bad for, like, my future kids. Like, I'm gonna have to explain to them, like, that did the Bears lose? I'm like, yes, but it's actually a good thing. We need
to set him up for failure. He's gonna walk into first grade. Someone's gonna be like, "Your team lost," and he's gonna be like, "It's a good thing." He's gonna be getting his ass kicked in fucking first grade because the Bears suck ass. Oh my god!
My poor
Sorry,
kid.
my son's gonna be doing that shit too when it's the Packers. I saw a kid wearing Packers gear in public today. Went up, high fived him. His dad called the cops. It's whatever.
Dude, I saw a kid wearing a Baker Mayfield jersey, like a Sooners one.
Oh, nice, dude.
Yeah, and Denton.
That's a good kid. And Denton. Oh, I forget. Yes. Did you go up and tell him, "Grandma, fuck you," or grab your nuts? You know.
That is all time, but I would never tell a kid to do that. He would have to do it on his own. But
on his own accord.
Listen.
Yeah.
Salute
when I'm not around. I'm not within 100 feet. Just kidding.
But listen, like, I'm like we were saying, like, a few 3-and-outs are okay. Like, don't boo the offense if they go 3-and-out. Like, a drive will sustain. Like, you got to.
Now, if we get shut out,
different story. Okay?
Yeah,
you can fucking
very
boo.
different story.
You can boo.
We can light Gaylord on fire. Okay.
But, like, if they score a few touchdowns, but they go 3, listen, you got to break a few eggs if you want to make an omelet.
Yeah.
Like, that it's gonna happen. Like, a few 3-and-outs are like, the offense isn't gonna be perfect.
Lincoln Riley is no longer our play caller.
Right? Unfortunately, yeah.
Fortunately, unfortunately, Lincoln Riley is no longer in the building.
But I still think Jeff Lebby's a good play caller. It's just
Jeff Lebby is a very good play caller.
The execution just hasn't been there.
Our defense and our team is going to be, as long as the standard stays what it is and the culture shifts like it has been, like it should continue to, especially with these new recruits coming in. Jesus Christ.
Good class.
Yes, 24 is looking good, man.
23 was good too.
23 was very good. We're stacking them, dude.
A lot of those guys haven't played yet.
Yes. PJ is going to be so good, dude.
Oh my God, dude. PJ is going to be so good.
We're getting so far off that. I mean, not technically we're not, but we're going to have to get comfortable winning games 28-23 or 14-3. If OU went out there and won every game 7-6, I'd probably be pissed. I'm not an Iowa fan, but
it's a baseball game.
Yeah, dude, literally. 13-0 is 13-0. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, win, beat who's in front of you. That's why I'm all about the nameless, faceless opponent. I don't give a fuck outside of what we have to study on film, who the fuck we're lining up against. Punch them in the mouth, drive their fucking head through the dirt, and walk out of there with a win.
That's assault.
Don't give a fuck. It's football.
Love it. All right.
It's not the ball pit, boys. It's a football field. Fucking kill people.
Yeah, you're right. Danny Stutzman should. I mean, I hope he's playing because I feel like.
Now, don't spear tackle anybody unless they're not looking. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Danny's. Yeah. Anyways, sorry. We're loopy. We're tired.
Also retarded.
A little bit. We can say that, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Retarded.
Yeah, retarded.
Who's watching this?
We can't say, but we can say retarded. So.
Yeah. Danny Stutzman needs to be on the field, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, like, I like Kip Lewis. I think he's going to be a fantastic linebacker. But, like, if you've watched Danny play, like, every game he's played, he times up the A-gap so well. And that's going to be beneficial, like, getting tackles for loss on those plays. It's like, did you ever watch, like, Brian Bosworth play?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
Like, just being able to time, like, those snaps and being able to create those tackles for loss. Like, that's kind of what we're missing right now.
You're not a big fight guy, right? You're not a big UFC. I mean, I'm sure you'll watch it.
Yeah, I watch UFC.
So here's what I equate Danny Stunsman's gap penetration timing to. Conor McGregor's accuracy when it comes to striking. He's like a sniper out there, man.
He's good. It's gonna suck when he's gone.
Unless we just keep it rolling, man.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see. I got a lot of faith in this team. I still do. Like Stoop said.
We got a lot to play for.
We got a lot to play for, man. You know, OU is a blue blood program. There's still the opportunity to go out there and get a 10 or 11 win season, right? 10 win regular season after 6 and 7 last year. There's plenty to play for. Everything is still in front of them. Technically, not a playoff spot. That's over with, but we weren't going to win the national championship anyways. Just be another fucking L on the playoffs, and people are just going to talk more shit. Conference title's still there. We still have an opportunity to leave the Big 12 like we found it, winning fucking conference championships.
You just need Texas to lose and Oklahoma State to lose.
Yeah. Well, Oklahoma State's got to lose twice, or Texas got to lose once, and we went out. So,
yeah,
got to be really big TCU and Texas Tech fans.
I've seen crazier things happen in college football.
I think we also need Kansas to lose because we have the same conference record as Kansas.
Yeah, and
so we need Kansas. Yes, so we need Kansas and Texas to lose. So, got to be big TCU, Texas Tech, Kansas State fans next few weeks.
Yeah. Go Hypno-Toad. I bring that back.
I'm all for some tortillas.
Listen, if you have to TCU, listen. I mean, if you need to hire a guy to steal signs, or if you need to cheat and bring back Max Duggan for a game,
hey, or if you even need to play as dirty as he did last year, taking Dylan Gabriel out of the game, and maybe just fucking.
I know a guy you can hire for head coach just for one game, Greg Williams. He's dirty.
Just go get James Harrison real quick. Give him a couple 90,000-pound medicine balls. Let him do some abs for a couple of days, then come out and just bear hug the entire Texas defensive line.
Who is that college football coach that was known for being like one of the dirtiest coaches in?
You know what? As much as I hate him because of what he used to do to Aaron and how much of an asshole he was in the football field, I heard that Dominican Sue isn't playing for anybody at the moment.
Really?
So we need a few calves to have some cleat punctures in it, get the steppers on. I'm sure he could play a game in Austin and turn around next week and play one in Waco or Lawrence or wherever he's got to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now
I'm on a tangent. I got to figure out.
Maybe you need Eric Stryker to flip Quinn Ewers like he did Case McCoy all those years ago. God, Case McCoy. That's a name I haven't thought about in a while.
Yeah.
Remember David Ash? Remember beating up on bad Texas quarterbacks?
Well, that's no longer the case.
Remember the 2023 Red River? Yeah, I'm just kidding. 20 years. Pretty good.
Remember 2012?
Oh, dude.
Damian Williams.
You're going to make me... You're about to make me make some panty pudding in my fucking shorts, man. You got to stop. Dude. I'm getting too happy.
That's sus.
That is very sus. Moving on. Penn State at Michigan at Penn State. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Michigan at Penn State. Happy Valley.
Breaking news.
Extra.
So first of all, we missed this, but Connor Stallion, he has resigned from the team.
Yes.
And the Big Ten just announced that Jim Harbaugh will not be coaching the regular season. Or he can coach, but just not at the games. So they have suspended him for the rest of the regular season from coaching the rest of the games.
On the sidelines.
Thoughts on this game, DB?
If there's a game for James Franklin to go win, it's this one. Now, I have seen a lot of, and forgive me, I'm a copy Josh Pate here from the Great Lake Kick. All right. James Franklin is not an overrated coach. As a matter of fact, against the spread, against Michigan and Ohio, or against AP top 10 teams, James Franklin it has won is like 3-19 or something like that. Only one of those wins was he the favorite against an AP top 10 team. So for all these people saying James Franklin's overrated, this is a little bit of Penn State bias as well. From me, Penn State's my second favorite team. For all those people saying James Franklin is overrated, actually, he might be the most properly rated coach in all of college football.
I feel like he's like properly. He's going to benefit from like the 12-team playoff in 2026.
Certainly. Like, who was it? The 2017 or 2018 Penn State team that should have been in that had that epic Rose Bowl against Sam Darnold and USC,
which they should have won.
Yes.
But their offensive line was bad.
Yes. Penn State, this is a game for the Nittany Lions to go win. Now, also, Michigan, while they've murdered everyone they've played, like we talked about it last week, Michigan don't play with their food. This isn't food, man. This is going to be a war.
Yeah,
this
but
is one of the top run defenses.
A bunch of players are tweeting out bet.
That's exactly what I was about to get into. Michigan is coming for blood tomorrow. So is Penn State, man.
Yeah. Pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered. They're coming out for blood.
Yes. Look, man. Fucking Michigan. I'm cleaning the glasses for this one, dog. Michigan, one of the best.
Do it.
Yes. One of the best run teams in all of college football, right? Penn State, one of the best run defenses in all of college football. This is going to be a fucking war tomorrow, man. Flat out fucking war. And I'm fucking here for it.
Do you remember, are you old enough to remember Raw's War? Like Monday Night Raw?
Yes.
WWE? It's this college football is war this weekend.
Yes. Might as well be Hell in a Cell.
What's Michigan? Michigan's favored by 4, aren't they?
Believe so.
It's in Happy Valley?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm going to let you talk more about the game because I know you're excited for this one. I don't think James Franklin is overrated, but I wouldn't consider him like one of the elite coaches. Now, he's a very good coach, but here's the reason why. Penn State's a pretty prominent program. They've been to the national championship a few times. You've got the opportunity to recruit like top athletes. I guess that's where the problem lies. Like now Michigan and Ohio State, I mean, they get like the best recruits in the Big Ten. It's just, that's what it is. So it's kind of hard to match up with those teams. Mm-hmm. But he's beaten Ohio State before, like in 2016 when they had Saquon.
That was when they had the blocked field goal for a touchdown.
Yeah. I mean, they've done it before. They could. Jim Harbaugh's not going to be there, but that's also going to be fuel for, fueling the fire for Michigan. Who's going to be like the interim head coach? It's going to be just Jim Harbaugh, just like on the phone.
It's John Harbaugh. It's his brother. They're just going to switch places.
Imagine if they win. Like, imagine if that happened. It was John Harbaugh coaching, and then John could just hold that over his head. Like, yeah, I beat you in the Super Bowl, and I had to win a game for you. I'm fucking older brother.
Did you hear, by the way, Michigan, apparently there were rumors coming out of Michigan that if this happened and that he got suspended, Michigan would look to leave the Big Ten.
Damn. Where would they go? Go to the Big 12.
Imagine. Hey, everything's better in the SEC.
Michigan in the SEC joining Oklahoma and Texas.
Imagine. Might as well bring Washington and Oregon, right?
That might help my case for Jim Harbaugh at Chicago for head coach. Maybe he doesn't want to coach in the SEC.
Everyone's a winner here. Except Chicago. They always lose.
At least not right now.
Yeah, neither is Green Bay. You see, we always bring it back to sadness. We gotta stop this, man.
Well, we'll talk about it in the NFL segment.
We will.
But Michigan favored by 4 against Penn State. Give me your thoughts, and then I'll tell you who I think comes out as the winner.
So, much like I thought for the Ohio State-Penn State game, this is going to have to be a game where Drew Aller proves that he was a 5-star quarterback. Mm-hmm. He's going to have to make big throws. He's going to have to stand in the pocket and know he's going to take a shot and deliver an on-time, accurate ball. He's going to have to push it down the field. They're not going to beat Michigan trying to run the ball with him. They have to throw the ball. They got weapons. They got to throw the ball. They get Nick Singleton and Katron Allen in space. They got one of the best offensive lines in football behind Michigan. Michigan's also up there. Maybe Michigan wins the Joe Moore Award again. But it's just, dude, it's one of those games, man, that I think this is going to be just like I've said it multiple times. It's going to be a war. Whoever's more physical is who's going to win this game tomorrow morning. I think it's Penn State.
Sorry, there's a fly in my room.
Yeah, you missed. He's behind you.
Yeah, I know. Fuck him. That's a Connor Stallions. He's trying to steal our signs.
He is trying to steal our signs. Can't have them, right? Can't have them.
Yeah.
No, but
here's my sign.
Yes. Like I said.
So Penn State comes out on top?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to go with the opposite. I think Michigan wins this game, and I think they win by at least 2 scores. But
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm more interested in like what's going on, like the drama around Michigan right now, than I am like the actual football team. Yeah. Because Connor Stallions resigns.
Mm-hmm.
Did they even try to contact him? Like, did the Big Ten even try to make an attempt to like contact Connor, because he was the one that was like behind everything? But instead, like, they went straight after Harbaugh.
Well, yeah, you got to go for the fucking head of the snake, but even if the head isn't the problem. Yeah. You got to take off. Hey, if you want to kill a rattlesnake, you don't cut off its rattle; you cut off its head.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know why I'm coming up with these.
No, that was a good one. But I'm just like, it's still like, I don't know, everything that's happening in Michigan right now. Like, it's crazy.
It is. It is crazy. Also, Michigan, like, just sliding the fact that, hey, other people doing this shit too. All right.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and they came out and said that, like, they were saying, like, yeah, but the other Big Ten teams were stealing our signs.
Mm-hmm. And relaying them too. Not only just stealing them, like relaying them.
Is that a thing in the Big Ten?
It might be. It might be.
Let me tell you, it don't happen with the Big 12. You go out there and you fucking beat the shit out of each other.
Big 12 might as well be prison football. All right. It's out there to beat. Is the Big 12 the longest yard? Is it?
Bunch of like not highly recruited recruits going to some of these smaller schools, and like they're just beating up on like
every now and then we get
the Big 12. Unlike recent years, like the Big 12 has had like not the blue chip scholar recruits, but they're going out there in bowl games and beating like, you know, fucking
Alabama in the Sugar Bowl.
Yeah.
I mean, OU's different, obviously, but I mean,
well, the same year, like Oklahoma State beat Missouri, and you know, sometimes Baylor comes out there and they win games like against like SEC or Big Ten opponents.
ECU beat Michigan last year.
Exactly.
And then had a hard-fought game against Georgia.
They might be the longest yard.
It might be.
And Drew and Max Duggan was Adam Sandler.
He was. He was Ginger Adam Sandler.
Where did we come up with this shit?
I have no idea. This is the worst podcast ever.
Dude.
We're so bad at this.
I'm honestly so tired, though. So, like, this is great. I'm loving every second of it.
Just fun, man.
I feel like that's where we get our best ideas. Like, we just lack of sleep.
Literally. That's what everything's the funniest. When you're high or tired.
People that watch this are going to be like, dude, these guys fucking suck.
There's going to be some fucking pothead sitting on the edge of his bed eating Doritos, drinking Mountain Dew. It's going to be on in the background while playing Call of Duty. And he's just going to be like,
oh, these guys kind of make a point, though.
Dude. Green Bay and Oklahoma are the same fucking thing.
I'm so mad about that, by the way. We'll get into that later, but
I'm right, though. Also look at it this way. OU, over the last few weeks, most penalized team in all of college football. Who's the most penalized team in the NFL? I'm not proud of this,
probably the Chicago Bears.
Oh, it's Green Bay. Oh, by the end of the season, maybe. But if Green Bay has 11 penalties in the first half again.
Yeah, that's bad.
Anyways, yeah, no. Do you have any other thoughts on the game outside of just thinking Michigan's going to dominate?
Well, I don't think they're going to. I say they win by 2 scores. I think it kind of blows open in the fourth quarter. It'll be a close game.
One of those where maybe like a backdoor, like final touchdown to really seal it.
Like the defense gets tired. You know, Blake Corum probably hits a long run. Yeah.
We need Blake Corum at Green Bay. Get rid of A.J. Dillon.
This is going to be also a test for J.J. McCarthy as it is for Drew Aller.
Yes.
Because now he's going up against a prominent defense.
Penn State's defense is good, man.
They're very good.
They don't even throw a lot of different looks at you. They show you what they're going to do and just beat the shit out of you.
That's basically what Michigan does too.
Mm-hmm.
Like on defense, they don't have to show. I mean, it's not like a Brent Venables defense where like when Brent gets his recruits,
they have to try to manufacture pressure and shit like that. Yeah.
But I think that's just like his philosophy as a defensive
It
coordinator.
is.
That's why he's been so successful. But
He's
Michigan,
uber aggressive and will just throw everything in the kitchen.
But he does it like it's calculated aggression.
It is.
But that's not Penn State and Michigan.
Like me after a few beers and seeing my son. Calculated aggression.
In the what son?
I don't have.
Do you have a kid?
No.
Okay.
Had.
Well, when you have a kid, I'll be the cool uncle.
No, you won't. You're a Bears fan. You're gonna be the loser uncle. We make fun of.
I'm gonna teach him to be a Bears fan.
You know what's funny? I have an uncle that's a Bears fan, and uncle's like that's a Packers fan. You'll never guess which one's the meth head.
The Packers fan. That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, not me. Me neither. Anyways, again, way the fuck off track. Only other game I really want to touch on. I mean, there's a lot of good games from college football this weekend, but I don't want us to be just rambling about college football for 7 hours. We still have our dick pics and everything to get into. Subscribe to the OnlyFans, by the way.
Yeah.
But
coming soon. Get it?
Coming soon. Yeah. Georgia and Ole Miss, man.
Well,
it's gonna be a fucking game.
Yeah, you touched on the situation that's happening at Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin and that recruit. That's not as much of a story as like this game.
No, this game definitely still takes the headline.
Ole Miss is 7-1.
Only lost to Alabama in a competitive game for 3 quarters.
Yeah,
3.5 really.
That was a shitty game against Texas A&M in the first half, but it got better. I mean, they cleaned things up. Jackson Dart's gonna have to have the game of his life if they want to win.
This is the game where he earns those stars.
Yeah. Auburn ran all over Georgia. Georgia cleaned it up real quick after that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I thought Kentucky was going to do the same thing.
Yeah, no.
Didn't happen.
No. And I don't know. The way that it looks, Georgia's favored by 10.5. I think it could probably get worse than that. But I'm pulling for Ole Miss just because we like to see an upset.
Yes, we do. But that's the thing. It can get way worse than that, or this can be a 3-point game in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
It could be a 3-point game late in the fourth quarter, too. With Ole Miss's offense, they're high-powered enough to really cause problems to this Georgia defense. This is not the Georgia defense of 2021. This is a different team. They're good. They're still very good. This is not the same defense.
No.
Ole Miss can expose some of those things, man. Their secondary isn't the greatest. That's where I think Georgia's really lacking. Makari Vickers?
Makari Vickers is still there.
Makari Vickers.
No, Malachi Starks. Sorry.
Yes, Malachi Starks.
No, sorry. But he's still there.
He is still there.
Luffy, tired.
Yes. Just like my fucking what was my Deontay Foreman fucking take last week? Yeah. No, but I Georgia's defense, like I said in the back end, isn't as powerful as they've been before. Front seven's still great, right? Especially the front four is just as dominant. The fact that Bear Alexander couldn't make it to start on that team should tell you a lot about what Georgia's got up front. And literally. But I think Ole Miss presents some challenges, man. Quinshon Judkins, one of the running backs in all college football. Jackson Darts looked good. Even in the Alabama game, he didn't look terrible, you know? They just got out-athleted, outstarred in the Alabama game. Out-recruited, I guess you could really say. But, you know, Lane Kiffin's got a really good scheme. They put up points, and I wouldn't count them out in this game. I mean, there's a reason there's 2 top 10 teams playing each other.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good game.
I hope it's a good game. It's a game I'm going to watch.
Yep.
In the last game, we got USC going to Oregon, right?
Yeah.
We'll count another
9:30 kick. By the way, Pac-12 after dark. This is going to be Pac-12 put to dark.
Yeah.
USC is going to get dusted, man.
USC's offense is like they're just different at dark.
Yeah. Not different enough.
No,
Oregon defense is good, and Oregon's offense isn't. It's not going to matter. Oregon's defense doesn't even have to play. Oregon's still going to win this game.
Listen, I got Nick Saban as my coach of the year, but if If Oregon makes the playoffs, Dan Lanning is probably my new coach of the year.
I like how you discredited me at first when I said Nick Saban as coach of the year last week.
Well, you got to look at. I disagreed with you at first, but I'm fully like in agreement now, just based on how Alabama's played and how they've looked. This may be Nick Saban's best coaching job.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Outside of their 09 team winning it all, because that was the start of the dynasty, this is definitely the best coaching job I've seen Nick Saban have.
Now, his best coaching performance was the national championship in 2018.
Oh,
but
for sure.
Like overall season, this might be
that was the fourth or the second and 13 or whatever the fuck, second and 26.
Yeah, second and 26.
Yeah.
Benching Jalen Hurts for Tua, but overall, yeah, Dan Lanning, I mean, second year, turned it around. He's sending a message. He's saying if you thought like Washington and USC and Utah were going to be the prominent teams like going into the Pac-12 this year, and now everybody's kind of dispersing, but I mean Oregon.
Whew. Hell of a way for the Pac-12 to end, right?
Yeah, I know.
As a conference,
to be the best conference this season, or like one of the best conferences.
Most entertaining.
Yeah.
The fact that I kind of touched on it earlier. Oregon State's 7-2 and ranked number 12 in the country right now.
Yeah.
And they've gotten no love out after their loss to Washington State. It was falling off a cliff. But, yeah, Oregon State's a good team. Oregon's obviously a very good team. Washington's a good team. Arizona is ranked.
Yeah, I know Arizona
very
needs
good
to
team.
get a lot more credit.
Yeah.
They have come a long way.
Yeah.
USC was their get right game.
USC's everyone's get right game. And I'll say it. I think we said it last week, but I'll say it again. If Oklahoma doesn't win 10 games, or if there's nothing else to play for, if their conference championship hopes end, I want SC in a fucking bowl game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It may not be the game that you think it's going to be, though.
That is true, but honestly, I would love to see them beat USC, but I would love to see them win a bowl game in convincing fashion and just go into 2024 with the amazing recruiting class that we have so far. National Signing Day is right around the corner, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
I forget how close it is. National Signing Day is close for the early enrollees, which I think I sent you the Michael Hawkins Jr. He's already got his schedule and everything set at OU, so
yeah,
pretty
I know.
set on that one. Excited about that, but I do love Mike Hawkins. Obviously, Packers legacy. His dad played for Green Bay. Fantastic quarterback. I think they won their first round of the playoffs last night. So Mike Hawkins looks good. Can't wait for him. But who are we kidding? What's really exciting, and I can't. As much as I love football season, I don't think you understand how excited I am for the offseason this year. All right. Our recruiting class is going to look insane. I can't wait to talk about shit like that. I can't wait to talk about our NFL draft prep because that's where we are nerds for that shit.
Yeah.
We love college football. We love football no matter what. But we're not like these NFL draft analysts that only watch college football for 2 months out of the year. No, we watch and we study these guys, and we can't fucking wait until draft time and combine time.
A lot of dudes. It's going to be a stacked draft class.
Especially at receiver. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I can't wait to just start throwing receiver tapes together, man, and just start watching.
There's so many good ones, too.
Can't wait. We're way off track. But, yes, Oregon should dust USC, right? I don't see that game going any different, do you?
No, not at all.
Favored by 16 for a reason, right?
Yeah, take care of business.
See the uniforms
every time I say that. What are they wearing?
They're wearing the black and yellow. They're going all Tiger.
Ooh.
Not Tiger, Wiz Khalifa. Jesus Christ. God damn it.
Oh, I thought you meant like Tigers like Missouri.
Oh, no. They're going full Wiz Khalifa. Black and yellow, man. Steel City.
Ooh.
Can't wait.
Can't wait to see that.
It's going to be a good game for Oregon.
Yeah, it's not going to be a good game. It's going to be I mean.
It's going to be a bad game for USC's defense. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. Well, hey, Brian Odom. He's going to be taking over.
Moving on.
Do you have any other thoughts on college football?
Other than I'm sad that it's ending, but I'm happy because it's going to be a crazy ending.
That's it. All right. Let's go on to the NFL.
Yes.
Week 10. If you thought you loved football, well, have fun watching this week. Have you seen the matchups? Well, first we had
our
the
primetime games are dog shit.
a lot of the games. There's a couple of good games. We had the Bears and Panthers.
Yeah,
We covered that.
Steelers.
Yeah. We'll go ahead and we'll start with the first game. Another Germany game, another Frankfurt game.
The Germans?
Yeah. Colts Patriots. I have nothing like good to talk about this game.
Other than it's going to be great to have on in the background while you're making breakfast.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, Belichick, I'm pretty sure he has a good record, like in international games.
Well, up until fucking Brady left, he had a good record against anything. He's like Saban.
Yeah, that's true. Do you have any?
I still think Bill Belichick's one of the greatest coaches of all time. Yes, everyone's like, oh, is it Brady? Is it Belichick? Maybe it's Brady because he won without Belichick, but also Brady had Bruce Arians, who's another fantastic coach, especially offensively. But Bill Belichick.
He had Carolina, or not Carolina, he had the fucking Cardinals in the playoffs like 2 years in a row.
Yeah, exactly. One of them was beating Green Bay. Thanks, man. Fuck you, dude. Fucking bastard.
Good game, by the way.
Fuck you.
It was a good game.
That was the fucking Larry Fitzgerald in overtime, taking it all the way down and then getting the... Dude, who runs a fucking shovel, a triple option shovel pass in the fucking NFL other than Bruce Arians to beat the Packers? Are you fucking me?
Thank you, Bruce Arians.
God damn. I'm still not over that one. That one pissed me off more than anything else.
Another Super Bowl win for me.
Fuck you. Colts are favored by 2. Over-under is 42.5 for this one, by the way. No way that hits.
No.
I'm to under.
Hammer
all
the
day.
under. It's Mac Jones versus Gardner Minshew. Yeah. I'll keep my eye on the game. But anyway, let's move on. That game sucks.
The game does suck.
Bengals Texans. So,
Hey,
yeah, go ahead.
fun game.
That's going to be a fun game.
That's going to be a fun fucking game.
Yeah, CJ Stroud, he's looked good this season. He's got 14 touchdowns. He's got over 2,000 yards. Joe Burrow's healthy. Here's the crazy thing. The Bengals are favored by 6.5.
Texans cover that all day.
You think so?
I think so. They don't have T. Higgins, by the way. They might have not. They might have not.
They might not have Jamar Chase.
Yes.
Is that what you're going to say? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. That should be a good game. The Bengals have woken up. We say this all the time, but they did this last year where it looked like they were going to go on a Super Bowl slump, and then they rallied, got better, and that's kind of the path that they're heading on now. The Texans, they've looked really good.
They have.
The Texans
CJ Stroud is making a case for the best rookie quarterback of all time.
Tank Dell's looked really good at wide receiver.
Tank Dell has looked really good. Outside of Andrew Luck, I think CJ Stroud is really making a push for the best rookie quarterback of all time.
You said Andrew Luck? Yeah.
Besides Andrew Luck, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Kind of cut out on my end for a second. But yeah, that should be a good game. Over-under's 46.5. Hammer that.
The over?
Yeah.
100%.
Hammer the over. That's going to be like a 50-point game. It should be anyways.
We thought Miami and Kansas City was going to be, but yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah, that game. Yeah. Dolphins are frauds.
Dolphins are frauds.
But we'll go ahead and move on to the next one. Packers at Steelers.
Under.
38.5.
Under. Yeah.
Pittsburgh is currently favored by 3.5. Is it at home? Is it in Lambeau?
It's in Pittsburgh.
It's in Pittsburgh? Okay.
That's why.
So they're favored. Both these teams,
very similar, right? Yeah. Outside of, I think the Steelers have a better defense, but they're very similar teams.
Yeah. Before I let you talk about it, I do want to throw out a stat for you. Mm-hmm. Mike Tomlin and the Steelers have a 12-4 record on 9 days rest between games. So on games where they have 9 days rest, they have a 12-4 record. That's actually second best in the NFL since 2006.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to throw that out there before you talk about this game and why the Packers are going to lose.
I figure the Packers are going to lose anyways. Look, Green Bay's offense exploded for 20 points last week. At this point, they exploded for 20 points last week. Jair's probably not going to play. Eric Stokes is still out.
Wait, why is Jair injured?
Yeah, I think he like re-aggravated his back or something. I don't know. But Jair's probably not going to play. This game, I could very well see this game being like a 10-7 fucking game. Like Green Bay's offense is not going to be able to move the ball. TJ Watt is going to feast on Jordan Love. He's going to eat Zach Tom alive, and then he's going to go to the other side. And if Josh Nyman's not playing, he's going to take Rasheed Walker's fucking lunch. Like, Packers aren't going to be able to do much of anything really offensively in this game. But then again, Steelers probably won't either. Najee Harris might be the slowest fucking running back I've ever seen in my entire life.
Which is crazy to think because he had such a good college career.
Yeah. Remember that Notre Dame game where he was like just jumping over everybody?
Remember the Ole Miss game?
Yeah.
That like fucking 80-point fiasco?
Yes. Yeah, no, I mean, Green Bay, this can be a game where both defenses feast. Again, hammer the under in this one at 38.5.
Hammer Pittsburgh to cover too.
Yeah. I would.
Well, hey, better draft pick.
Better chance of getting that tackle out of Penn State.
Yeah. You're going to need it because David Bakhtiari, he's getting old and he's just too injury prone.
He's about to go to New York.
You think so?
I would lean that way. Yeah.
Whoa. Let's clear and concise. New York. Jets? Okay. Because there's 3 teams in New York.
He's going to play for the Brooklyn Nets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, he'd be a good center.
Yeah.
He just loses a couple pounds.
Him with Brian Bulaga.
Yeah.
Iowa. Him and Bulaga there. But no, I love David Bakhtiari. Don't try to see this as me shipping the giraffe off, man. I love David Bakhtiari with maybe more than I love Aaron Rodgers. Like, if I'm being completely honest. David Bakhtiari is so good. He literally has a chance. I mean, he's a Hall of Famer, right? Has to be. One of the best left tackles of all time. Aaron Rodgers did win a Super Bowl. But you know who, not in that Super Bowl, he didn't, but you know who protected him for the majority of his career?
David Bakhtiari.
You know who's protected pretty much anyone that's ever lined up at quarterback on the left-hand side? David Bakhtiari. He's one of the best left tackles of all time.
I agree with you.
He's so good. Obviously, Trent Williams is much better, but that's just because Trent Williams is a grizzly bear.
Because he was a Sooner.
That's why. Bill Beadenbow. He's a beaten boy. Oh, he's a beaten man, actually. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, no, I hammered the under. Steelers probably going to win this game. Like you said, better draft pick. I've already conceded the rest of the season. Watch the Packers make the fucking playoffs. You know how pissed. Actually, not pissed. I'd be hyped, but
they lose in the first round.
Yeah, I just get excited to get my heart broken again. So
you're on my level now.
Yeah, dude, look at us. Crying all the way home together.
Okay, well, we'll go ahead and move on. Next game, Titans Bucks. That was a heartbreaker for the Bucks last week.
Felt bad for Baker.
Yeah, I do too. He's the one that's trying the hardest on the team.
Deserves so much better.
Will Levis, starting quarterback for the Titans.
Mm-hmm.
He's looked good. He looks like a franchise quarterback, like when he plays under duress. I mean, he's completing passes.
It's all like mayonnaise in his coffee.
Yeah. I love that he fell to the second round because people I feel like that was part of the reason he fell to the second round. It had nothing to do with the antics, like biting the banana the way he did in the coffee.
The fact that he went in the second round, but Kenny Pickett was still a first round pick blows my mind.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, Kenny Pickett was the first quarterback on the that was taken in that draft.
Well, he wasn't taken the same year as
I know, but he was the first
he's the first
Desmond Ridder, Sam Howell. Yeah.
Yes. Wow. Malik Willis was taking that draft too? Yeah. Crazy.
I don't know why he fell to the second round. Titans got a steal.
Yeah, no, literally. I mean, he's like a late first steal. I thought Malik Willis no, Jesus Christ. Will Levis. I thought he was fantastic. Now, I mean, Yeah, he was a Penn State guy originally. Then went to Kentucky, balled out his entire career at Kentucky. Yeah, he's kind of fits the Josh Allen mold a little bit, right? Can be wildly inconsistent sometimes, but he's a fucking gamer. He's a big, tough dude. He's gonna give you chances to win more often than not, I feel like.
Yeah.
So happy for I keep wanting to say fucking Malik Willis. Happy for Will Levis. Really
Well,
happy.
you're sad for Malik Willis because you thought he was gonna, or everybody thought he was gonna be the franchise quarterback.
I didn't, but
Yeah. I didn't really see much either.
outside of him,
No,
Malik's
Malik's probably a nice guy.
No, I don't doubt he's not a nice guy. He's not a good quarterback in the NFL.
Nice guy. Maybe not the guy. On the other side, the Bucks, they stink.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's all reliant on the head coach, Todd
Yeah.
Bowles. Didn't work out in New York, or for the Jets. Let me make that clear. Didn't work out for the Jets. He was great defensive coordinator. I mean, when the Bucks won the Super Bowl, he was, the mastermind behind the defensive scheme.
And that's kind of his lot in the NFL.
Yeah.
Hey, he gets fired. Green Bay. Cough up the money for Todd Bowles, man.
Who's the defensive coordinator? Joe Barry? Or no, not the.
Yeah, Joe Barry. I honestly don't think, and I'm taking this back to Green Bay, I don't think Joe Barry's really done all that bad.
I don't think he has either. Their defense looks good.
Mm-hmm.
It's just their offense.
Yeah.
It's Matt LaFleur. He's got to clean that up.
Yes.
But right now, Tampa Bay's favored. It's in Tampa Bay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We'll see. They still have some of the guys from the Super Bowl roster. Those guys, maybe they don't care anymore. They're like, oh, we got our Super Bowl. We don't believe in this team that we have right now. I'm also making it up.
Free agency is going to be fucking insane when that team blows up, though. Especially the defense.
Yeah.
That secondary is still insane.
Yeah. Secondary is good. Their pass rush is still good.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the guys are old. Vita Vea is still young, regardless of what you think. Yeah. I mean, he was, 2018, 2019?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when he was drafted. So he's still got a long
had a rough start to his NFL career, but he's really turning things around.
Yeah. Well, he's huge. He's a great run stopper. That's going to be like the big thing, like stop Derrick Henry. Mm-hmm. Is Derrick Henry going to be playing?
I think so. Should be.
I don't know. I don't want to assume that he's injured or not. I haven't kept up too much with the Titans, but I have seen Will Levis. Yeah, I've seen Will Levis play, and he does look fucking good. He made some throws that
he just makes big boy throws, NFL throws. Not a whole lot of people can.
Baker can do the same if Mike Evans can catch.
Yeah.
But moving on to the next game, Browns Ravens, two of the best defenses in the NFL.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You would think them, the Chiefs, the Bears last night. No, the Bears stink. Probably the Lions. Well, I don't know. Jets. The Lions got absolutely exposed by the Ravens. But the Ravens were, that was the team that we discussed. Like, hey, this team could be great. But the over-under is 38.5. I'm almost tempted to say the under might hit.
Yeah, and I think the under hits purely because I don't think the Browns score much.
Well, that and their defense is really good. Like it's a divisional matchup. I mean, the
Browns have played the Ravens the best out of anyone else in the AFC North outside of
Steelers.
Recently outside of the Steelers, yeah.
Yeah, but so the Ravens have the Bengals Thursday night, the next Thursday night game.
Could be a look ahead spot.
Trap game.
Could be. Hey, have you seen how tight the AFC North is right now?
Yeah.
The Ravens are at the top of it at 7-2, and then the Browns, Steelers, and Bengals are all 5-3.
Yeah. Best division in football?
Might be.
They've got the best records. Like the overall record of that division is really good. But yeah, I mean, Baltimore, they're favored, rightfully so. They're probably going to win the game. But I think the Browns defense might be able to stop them from scoring 30 points and go on a tangent.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a fucking war, man.
Yeah.
It's another one of those fun to watch, too.
AFC North is war.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Browns, Ravens, probably two of the best defenses in the NFL. PJ Walker's – no, it's going to be Deshaun. Deshaun's going to play.
Yeah. Yeah, Deshaun's playing. I think he played last week, too, didn't he?
As much as I hate Deshaun Watson, he does add that extra element when he can play good,
Yeah.
even though he's been trash this season.
Well, there's more to fear with Deshaun Watson than there is PJ Walker because the ceiling is so much higher.
Well, yeah, and you're afraid that, he's going to ask for a
Yeah.
massage.
There is a lot more to fear. Yeah.
There's a lot more to, he might go over
I'm
to
going
the
to sit on
sideline.
your hands for this game. Hide the lotion.
I don't know. Who do you think?
No,
What do you
I
think about
think
this game?
I think the Ravens win, but I think the Browns cover.
Yeah. Oh, you think so?
6.5. Yeah, I think I would take the Browns to cover. See if it's in my dick pics later.
I see this being a low-scoring game.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't
That's the
know.
reason I think they cover is it's a low-scoring game.
Yeah. But if
And
you've
if
got
the
nothing
defense
else,
keeps it
then
tight.
next game, 49ers, Jags. Dalton, do you want to go ahead and talk about the spread?
Wrong team's favorite here. Just going to go ahead and say it. How, with as bad as the 49ers have been lately and as hot as the Jags are playing, now, two teams both kind of on fraud watch, right? We don't really know what other team is 100%. 49ers look bad, though, right now. I think you're starting to see what happens when you don't have a true difference maker at quarterback. I think the Jags should be favored in this game, especially being a home team. So, look, okay, so typically home field advantage is a 3-point swing, right? So on a neutral field, you're telling me the Niners are 6 points better than the Jags right now? No.
Okay. So I'm going to chime in and say something. Kyle Shanahan did come out and say that Trent Williams should be healthy. He should be good to go. And he also said Deebo Samuel is good to go. And he also said that Christian McCaffrey is not suffering from that oblique injury. Like, he's fully healthy. So now they got their, three big, the guys that you need to be healthy and on the field and playing good.
Yes. But
This is, like you said, 49ers on fraud watch. They lose this game.
Yeah. Jags are on fraud watch probably throughout the rest of the season just because you don't know what you're going to – maybe not the rest of the season, but for the next couple of weeks. You got to see a little bit of true consistency from the Jags and good teams. You know what I mean?
The Jags need respect, though. Doug Peterson
They do need respect. Doug Peterson's a fantastic fucking coach.
Yeah. But it's weird that Trevor Lawrence only has 8 touchdown throws this season. You might fact check me.
He hadn't had to – let me check. He hasn't had to throw
Travis
the ball
Etienne's
a whole
been
lot,
going
though.
off.
Yeah, Travis Etienne carrying my fantasy team. Thank you, by the way. Yeah. But Etienne's just been insane. But I don't know. It's one of those games that I think the wrong team is favored here. But maybe like you said, they got their guys back. Their guys are back healthy. 9-4 touchdown interception ratio, by the way, for Trevor Lawrence. But maybe it's just one of those games where this is a wait and see.
Yeah.
This is a game I wouldn't put any money on, especially with them being healthy. Deebo, Trent, McCaffrey. I wouldn't put any money on that because you don't know what either team is yet.
You're not a risk taker. You're not a true football gambler.
I am.
Just not this game.
Maybe I'm not. Yeah, just not this game. I'm a wait and see on this one.
Okay, well, come Saturday, you give Paulie a call and say, "Hey, Paulie, put the money down." I'm confident. You need to be confident.
Have you seen that one dude that's been calling in and building parlays from prison and hitting?
Yes.
Dude.
He got that 8-leg parlay and all of them came out correct. He picked a WNBA team or something as part of his parlay and it all hit.
Fucking
Good
ridiculous, dude.
He picked the Jets over the Eagles and it hit.
Maybe that's why he's in prison. Maybe he's got a time machine he's not telling us about.
Or he knows a guy that knows a guy.
He might know a guy that knows a guy.
He might have fixed it.
Maybe I don't think that. Maybe he knows the guy that works at B-Dubs that can trigger all the sprinklers.
Maybe.
God, that's a throwback right there.
Yeah, that is.
That I just pulled that from the depths of hell.
Holy shit! You just caught me off guard. It's wait a second.
Oh man, that's scary.
Do you have any other thoughts on this game other than the wrong team being favored?
No, I really don't. I'm excited to watch it though. I think it's gonna be a fun game.
I think it's gonna be a fun game.
Is that an afternoon game or? No,
that's a morning. Yeah, that's morning slate. So we got 2 good ones.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got to move on to the Saints Vikings. So Saints Vikings. like I said last week, kind of pathetic that you only beat Chicago by 7 points when they turned the ball over like 5 times.
Yeah. Hey, Jay Jettis supposed to be back though.
Yeah, he is. That's gonna be another
Also,
weapon.
there's someone else that's back, and we're gonna get into it on the next game. But
Yeah.
I'm super stoked for this.
Yeah, I know. I looked and I saw. I
So
know who you're
excited.
gonna talk
Yes.
about. Saints. Okay, they're favored in this game.
Mm-hmm.
No respect to Josh Dobbs.
Yeah. Come on now.
He's gonna get another wide receiver back.
And maybe top 2, top 3 wide receiver in football.
Or one.
I mean, who?
You can
Okay.
argue. You can argue.
You could argue. Who's your 3 top receivers in
3?
football?
Like right now.
Yeah.
I would say. Can I do a top 5 instead?
That works. Yeah.
No, in no particular order. I'd say Devontae Adams, Jamar Chase, Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, and DJ Moore.
Had us.
No, not DJ Moore. Who did I list? Okay, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams. The 5th one is like in the back of my mind, but I can't think of it. But those are like my top 4.
Yeah.
Those are like the guys that I
certainly.
know are the best. The 5th one will come up, and I'm going to interrupt you when it does happen, and I'm sorry.
Is it like maybe Stephon Diggs,
No,
Jalen Waddle?
I wasn't thinking.
N'Keal
Oh,
Harry?
AJ
No, I'm just
Brown.
kidding.
AJ Brown. That's who I was
Yes.
thinking. Yeah.
That literally would be mine. No particular order. I mean, they're I think far and away in
Yeah.
top 5 right now.
CeeDee Lamb almost makes it. If he has like another like
I think
100
if
yards,
CD, I think the thing that kills CD, I don't think he scores enough touchdowns.
no. But touchdowns are like a factor to me. It's like your productivity on the field, like how much of a threat you are.
That's fair.
But yeah, Jay Jettis is coming back. So we're gonna have Josh Dobbs gets another one of those. He's gonna have time to like learn the playbook now.
Is that a detriment though? Because they were going backyard football slaying last week.
I think it could be. But it also could. I mean, he's looked good. Josh Dobbs has looked good this season. He was playing for the Cardinals.
He has looked very good.
Yeah, he's looked good.
Maybe
the
not
Vikings
very
defense
good.
has also gotten better. Daniil Hunter leads the NFL in sacks right now.
Daniil Hunter's so good, dude.
Yeah.
He's been so good for so long too.
Harrison Smith's still there, even though he's old. He's still good. Byron Murphy has gotten better.
Do you think they miss Adam Thielen at all?
Maybe like to some extent, just because of like what he could do in the middle of the field. And
how good's Jordan Addison been though?
Well, we kind of figured he'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, he's been good. He's looked like the best.
Him and Tank Dell have been fantastic.
Yeah. I was expecting like the production that Jordan Addison's had, I was expecting out of Zay Flowers, but Baltimore does so much better running the ball.
You know who I completely missed on, and I think it's more so the spot he went to than anything else?
Who?
JSN. I think he's battled injuries, but I think the fact that he's behind Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf doesn't help.
Well, it doesn't help that Geno Smith is who he is.
Reverting back to who Geno Smith was, yeah. I feel like you put JSN, like, dude, imagine JSN with CJ Stroud in Houston. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Just kind of scared.
I kind of want to see it happen now. D'Amico Ryan should make a call. Be like, hey, forget that rookie contract.
Yeah, it's fine.
We'll give you Will Anderson. No, they wouldn't trade. Yeah. No, they wouldn't trade that.
Yeah, D'Amico Ryans would be the last person to trade his defensive pieces. But
yeah,
I mean, like I said, pretty bad of the Saints to not murder the Bears last weekend. Josh Dobbs looks good. He really does. Now, and this isn't Josh Dobbs looks good as in he's a franchise quarterback. This is Josh Dobbs looks good as he made the Cardinals team 8 days before the season started and played very well against them. Almost
beat the Cowboys.
Really should have beat the Giants. That was a fluke of anything. And then on 3 days' notice, went out, wasn't supposed to play, starter gets hurt, and goes out and leads a comeback for the Vikings against the Falcons.
Yeah. Rocky start too.
Mm-hmm.
And he went out there and balled. It's a good story. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like his Matt Flynn moment.
Yeah. Matt Flynn. I forgot about that.
Yeah, remember his 500-yard game when Aaron was out with concussion? Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Remember Mike White's
Remember,
legacy game against the Bengals?
remember after Matt Flynn did that, I forget what team it was, but they signed him to like a fat contract and he sucked ass, dude. But no, I think the Saints should win this game. Um, just because I think they provide more firepower
Chi.
offensively. Rashid Shaheed, Chris Olave. I'll play for the Saints, man.
You know,
Alvin
they've
Kamara,
they've
fucking, they
kind of
got the.
sucked as a running team this season. The
They
Saints.
have. It's been real surprising. They got who's that running back they got out of
I was gonna
TCU? Fuck.
uh um I know who it is. DeMarcado.
No, it's not
Yeah,
DeMarcado, is it?
yeah. Oh
It's
no. Condre Miller?
Keandre, yeah, Keandre Miller. Keandre
Yeah,
Miller. That's who it is. Keandre
yeah.
Miller. Jesus Christ, what are we? We're awful, man. They also have Jamal Williams, who
That's what I was gonna talk to you about that.
I miss Jamal
You,
Williams,
you're
man.
you're wondering like, hey, where's the rush? Like if you're the Saints and you're wondering where's the rushing production been? Like, why can't we run the ball as effectively? So, sure, Alvin Kamara is a great running back. I mean, he's a huge threat in the passing game and in the running game. You got a great offensive line. Yeah, your head coach isn't that great.
Their tackles
Well,
kind of suck.
yeah,
Trevor
but
Penning is
their
rough.
interior is really good if you just run some like
Yeah,
inside
Eric
zone stuff.
McCoy is a really good center.
Yeah.
Maybe
You
one of the
have
best
a
in the
guy,
NFL.
you have Jamal Williams. He presents a threat, especially in the red zone. You want to see,
Especially if he's on his anime shit, man.
yeah. If you
You
want
see
to,
someone go Super Saiyan.
yeah, he doesn't even watch film. He just watches anime, and
Yeah.
he's still good at his job. So he
I wonder if
presents a running
Jamarcus
threat.
Russell or Johnny Manziel, if they just watched anime instead of just not watching film, you think they would have had a different
I don't
career?
think they. No, you have to have a deep passion and love for
Yeah,
anime.
you have to, that has to be your character, bro.
I love how he doesn't even he hates watching football. He says he's like, dude, I fucking this is like a job to me. It reminds me of like Jokic in like the NBA. Or, like he
Yeah.
would rather just be like a he'd rather
What
take
was it
care of his
after they
horses.
won the national champion or the NBA championship last year? After they won the finals, he was like, "Okay, now we can go home."
Yes. He went to fucking Syria or Serbia, wherever it was, and fucking raced horses.
Siberia, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, Syria. They're doing a lot of other shit in Syria. It's not racing
Shit.
horses, but
Slaughtering horses.
slaughtering people. Vikings or Saints though? Who do you think wins?
You know what? That might be part of my dick pics. We'll see.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Next
I know
game.
you're
This
excited
one
about this game.
I'm really excited about.
Falcons Cardinals.
K1 is back. The 2018 Heisman Trophy winner and one of my all-time favorite Sooners. K1 is back. Now, unfortunately, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 did drop this weekend. So you don't know what he's
He's a
focused
gamer.
on. He is a gamer. I'm playing. I love Kyler Murray, man. Stoked to see him back, dude. NFL's a better place than Kyler Murray's playing football.
Yeah, future Chicago Bear.
Fuck you, dude.
There is a clear path to getting Kyler Murray. If they want
There's a
to,
clear path for my foot up your ass, too. And if Kyler Murray's a bear, it'd probably go hand in hand.
I can't wait to see those tears when it happens.
You're gonna save him in a jar forever.
Yes.
Be like that 30 for 30 of Bosworth going through his storage locker, and it's just you with your the day. Anyway, sorry, God.
There is a path for Kyler Murray to be a Bear. I've thought about this. So we get Carolina's number one pick.
Mm-hmm.
There is no way that the Cardinals can convince Kyler Murray to lose the rest of the season. He wants to prove he's a franchise quarterback. He's going to go out there and he's going to game. He's going to win some games. He's got Rondell Moore. He's got Marquise
Hollywood.
Brown. Yeah, he's got Hollywood. Yeah, he's got guys. He's going to go out there and prove, yeah, I'm a fucking franchise quarterback. You paid me that fat contract to be your franchise quarterback. But if they don't want him anymore and they decide, hey, we kind of want one of these guys that are coming out, like Caleb Williams, Drake May, and like maybe, a younger guy that,
Nix or
yeah, that
Michael
hasn't been
Penix.
in,
Yeah.
yeah, a guy that hasn't been in, well, Bo Nix has had injuries. They're probably going to be looking for a quarterback that hasn't been,
Mm-hmm.
torn up. But they're probably going to go for Caleb Williams. Like,
Yeah.
that's the big talk is like the Cardinals are missing a quarterback. Crazy talk, by the way, because Kyler Murray is still fucking
This
awesome.
isn't even OU bias, by the way. Kyler's that good.
Yeah.
And also, backing up to what we're talking about, Josh Dobbs. If Josh Dobbs could make that team look competitive, Kyler Murray wins more games.
Mhm.
The Cardinals aren't a terrible team. They're not like the Panthers.
They're pretty bad, but they're not like the Panthers.
Yeah. They're not a one-win team. They can win 5-6 games.
Well, they're not a one-win team with Kyler Murray.
That's what I'm saying.
But Arizona might be dumb enough to actually try and trade with
Sell
Chicago.
Kyler. Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine he goes to Atlanta.
Yeah, I'd kill myself. There's a clear.
What if you get Caleb?
I've thought about this.
Would you rather Kyler over Caleb?
I would rather have Kyler over Caleb. He's played in the NFL. There are things that both of those quarterbacks can do that like other quarterbacks just can't. Like inside the pocket, make throws. Like I don't know if I've just been conditioned. Like watching OU football, you watch Baker and some of the shit that he could do, and you're like, my God. And then you get Kyler Murray, and you're like,
my God.
Hell? Yeah.
And then you get Jalen, and you're like, holy fucking shit, dude.
Yeah. But that's the thing is, like, I would rather have Kyler Murray right now. And that's not a knock on. Yeah, that's not a knock on Caleb Williams. He might be sensational if he ends up in the right place. But that's the thing. He might stay in college football for another season. There's still that going around. I don't think it happens, but there is talks. But if he decides to go into the NFL draft, if he puts his name out there, I could see I could see Arizona very well saying, we want Caleb Williams. We're going to go ahead and we're going to trade with Chicago. Chicago's going to be like, yeah. If Chicago is smart, like,
here's the thing. What do you think they have to give up? Do you think they have to give up both first-round picks or just one?
I think they give up.
You think it's a pick swap and they keep their first?
Yeah, they keep their first. They swap picks because Arizona's still going to.
Or do they keep their first and just give Arizona Carolina's first instead of swapping?
I think they could give I think it would be smarter. I think it would be smarter if they swapped. Like they swapped. So the pick.
The Cardinals could still very well end up with the first overall pick, anyways.
Well, let's hope not. Let's go with my scenario. So here's the smartest play out if you're Ryan Poles.
Okay.
So you have Carolina's pick. Ultimately, what you're hoping for, what you've been hoping for this entire season is that Carolina's bad. Remember my scenario when we first talked before this podcast? I said the best case scenario is that Carolina's bad and we get the number 1 overall pick.
Yeah, you fucking called it before the season started too.
We could trade that. We could swap that with Arizona and say you can have our first round pick and we'll take your first round pick. That way you can have the number 1 pick. You can go get Caleb Williams like you want. You can send us Kyler Murray, a guy that's proven he can be good in the NFL. And then everybody's happy.
Yeah.
And it would make me happy because I would rather have Kyler. Well, I know you wouldn't be happy. I'm going to feed off of your tears.
What if the Vikings come in there and steal him?
They already took Josh Dobbs. They took one Arizona quarterback. They don't need another.
Could do it. If Arizona loses out and gets the first overall pick naturally, and they're just looking to dump Kyler, they can get rid of him for.
We need to trade immediately. Chicago needs to be like, listen, we will give you everything except for
we'll
DJ.
We'll give you the city of Chicago.
Yeah, we'll move to Arlington Heights.
But no, I mean, I could see Kyler's going to be traded this offseason. I think there's no doubt in my mind, which is very crazy. I do agree. And I think it'll be to an NFC team. I think there's too much talent in the AFC at quarterback unless he goes like.
Oh, my God. If he goes to Green Bay, you will never see me again.
You know where I think he can make a true difference in? Cleveland or Pittsburgh.
Let's not hope that happens.
I hope it doesn't. But you're telling me Kyler Murray on Cleveland doesn't make them so much better right now?
Oh, yeah. He's got Amari Cooper. He's got David Njoku. Good offensive defense.
I think I don't know, man. And that's saying making a difference on a team that's currently 5-3 and has won games with PJ Walker and Deshaun Watson at quarterback.
They might go undefeated.
Dude, literally. I think he fits best in Pittsburgh.
I think he fits best in Chicago. I'm sticking with it. It's probably not going to happen, but it's my only hope.
It's fun to dream.
Yeah.
But I hope it doesn't happen because
we definitely got to get into the game before we go off on another tangent. But there is a path to get Kyler Murray. But Falcons, Cardinals. Falcons are favored right now.
Mm-hmm.
So Taylor Heineke's still going to be playing. This is a
Mm-hmm.
this is a game that Taylor Heineke he should do well in because Arizona's defense, though they're competitive and good, there's just too much talent on uh, Atlanta's offense.
Yeah, Drake May, Johnny
Not
Smith, Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson,
Drake London.
Drake London. Damn it, dude. I'm tired. Like you said, we've said it multiple times. Tired. I think could sneakily be the game of the day.
Really?
I think so. You got the storyline with Kyler coming back, Bijan Robinson, Drake London. If Kyle Pitts
Well,
is
Bijan's not getting
targeted,
carries. That's the thing.
that's the thing. If I don't know why they don't give Bijan the ball. Maybe they want to keep him healthy until the team is ready to go, so they can get more out of him. Because he was loaded at Texas.
The way that you're going to get the most out of him is if you play him, so you know what you have.
Yeah, that's true.
He's already shown what he can do. Let's see what else he can do.
That's true.
But he's also sitting Desmond Ridder. Do you think Arthur Smith's done with Desmond Ridder, or is he just like, hey, or like he's faking like Desmond Ridder still has a concussion?
I think he just truly thinks Desmond Ridder has a concussion because he goes out there and he's like, all right, let's practice. And Desmond he's throwing only to the defense. And he's like, does he have a fucking. What's wrong with him, man? Do we need to call fucking Will Smith? Come check this guy out? Is this CTE this early?
The movie was a flop, by the way.
Yeah, the movie was ass.
Yeah,
He knew it was going to be bad whenever, what's his name? They started the movie with that Steelers all-time great just ripping his teeth out and gluing him back in.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that was awful.
We are going way off.
We are way off tangent. I think the Cardinals win this game.
Okay.
I think the Cardinals win.
I hope they win.
I do hope they win. This is a preview, by the way, just a spoiler. I do have this as one of my dick picks for the weekend with the Cardinals winning.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Yeah, I think the Cardinals win. I think Kyler's going to come in. Like I said, he's got something to prove. After the way last season went, you know how bad the Cardinals have been, all the shit that's been talked about Kyler, he's got a lot to prove.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
He's gonna wake up on Saturday. He's gonna play Modern Warfare 3. He's gonna go out there and he's gonna throw for 4 touchdowns.
He's gonna drop a nuke in Modern Warfare 3, and then he's gonna drop bombs at home versus Atlanta.
Yeah, he's gonna shit on him.
Mm-hmm. You're just gonna hear like the MW2 Harrier coming in. You're like, what the fuck?
That's gonna be Kyler Murray.
Can't wait.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. Next game, Lions and Chargers. I'm not fooled by the Chargers. I know your game. I've been like low-key kind of a Chargers fan, like since 2014.
Yeah.
Because I loved Phillip Rivers. He always carried my fantasy teams.
Remember when they played in the soccer stadium for like 2 years?
Yeah.
Anyways.
I'm one of their 2 fans.
That was there.
Yeah. Sometimes, I watch the Chargers. You don't fool me.
I do miss the Chargers with like LaDainian Tomlinson.
Antonio Gates. Dude,
they were fun to watch.
They should have won the Super Bowl that year too, and when fucking Phillip Rivers tore his ACL. But they've looked good the past 2 weeks. They played the Bears. Obviously, the Bears stink, so they're gonna beat the crap out of the Bears. The Jets, who I guess I was wrong about because I thought they were good. They've beaten good teams, but I mean, it was just bound to happen for the Jets to get exposed, I guess. But yeah, Detroit's favored. I like Detroit in this game too.
Yeah, I completely agree. The thing with the Chargers, and I think we talked about it briefly last week. I think it's about time for Brandon Staley to go because with the talent they have there, they've got to be more consistent.
Here's the thing: it's not a coaching issue. They've been through multiple coaches. It's an organization issue.
That is true.
Boltman fought so hard for them to stay in San Diego.
They should have never moved them, by the way.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Raiders, man. The Raiders don't fit in Vegas.
Yeah, I know. Shit. Boltman fought so hard for them to stay in San Diego, but now they're in Los Angeles. And
I do think the Lions winning, by the way. The under's 48.5. I think the over-under is 48.5. I would lean under on this one.
Really?
With the Lions' defense, I think they can cause some significant problems for the Chargers.
Chargers defense isn't that good. They've gotten better in the run game. Like their run defense has gotten better, but
K9 sniffs people out, murders.
Yeah. Well, that rookie out of USC too. I can't even think of his name, but he's an edge rusher and he's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quentin Johnson was a hell of a reach, and it's showing.
Yeah. We talked about that too.
I think we did. Yeah. I would have put him in the third round, honestly, because he's like just a burner and that's it, like a downfield guy. Way off topic, but yeah, no, I think the Lions win. I don't think
Dan Campbell's gonna bite some kneecaps.
Yeah, it's no more simple than that. Getting on to this next game, one of the biggest spreads I think we've seen all season. Giants going to Arlington to play the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas currently favored by 17. Over-under is only 38.5 in this one. I think it looks like, I would assume odds makers are just thinking the Giants get shut out in this one. Just like they did week, 1, 2, or whatever that happened.
No faith in Tommy DeVito, man. Fucking TD.
Yeah, the Giants are going to get smoked, dude.
People are already putting Daboll on the hot seat.
I don't think it's Daboll.
No, it's not Daboll. He was coach of the year last year.
Yeah. It's crazy how quick people are to turn, man.
Yeah, I know. Things aren't going your way. Well, I mean, they should blame the owner for paying Daniel Jones that fat contract.
Yeah. I do feel bad for Daniel Jones, though.
Play better.
That is true. Play better.
I don't even play football. I'm an asshole.
That's what we are. We're football guys.
That's what they need. They are missing a receiver and an offensive line.
Yeah.
Which Andrew Thomas does look good at tackle.
Andrew Thomas does look good. I think he's their cornerstone tackle if they keep him. I mean, they could very well just let him go or dish him in the offseason or something.
Yeah. But I don't think Tyrod's playing. Daniel Jones out for the season towards ACL.
Yep.
So they're going to have to rely on Tommy DeVito to throw the ball. On the other side, Cowboys have a good defense. And Dak, they finally found the formula on offense. Just throw the ball to CeeDee Lamb.
That's crazy what happens when you target one of the best receivers in football. He's wearing that 88 for Dallas for a reason, man.
Yeah. I don't like the 88 on him. He needs to wear it. No.
But you want the 9 or the 2 back?
I want the 2.
Yeah. CD wearing number 2 is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Remember that almost catch against UCLA?
One-hander.
CeeDee
But yeah, just throw the ball to CeeDee Lamb. Brandon Cooks is also open. Their tight ends aren't very good at blocking. Yeah. Ferguson's more of just like Dalton Schultz. You know, he's more of like a pass threat. Dallas, maybe you should apologize to Ezekiel Elliott because Tony Pollard looks better when he's the backup running back. I'm also an asshole and fucking just shit on the Cowboys, even though I wouldn't mind seeing them win. I don't have anything against the Cowboys. It's just the fans. My roommate's like a huge Dallas fan, so it just
Dallas fans kind of blow.
Yeah, they do.
But no, I mean I completely agree. I think Dallas should definitely win this game. Probably by a lot. They'll probably cover. But yeah, Tony Pollard it's funny what happens when you're fully in the spotlight yourself, huh?
He's looked good.
Things can change. Yeah, it's not that he's been bad. He's just not. Remember, everyone just wanted Tony Pollard so bad, and now they've got full Tony Pollard. Like, oh, maybe it was just our run game.
Yeah, he also wears that diaper around his neck too. I don't know what that's for.
That little collar thing. Because Josiah DeGuara wants the same thing. It's like something about neck stability, like in your I don't know. It's something for
I thought it was a
spine.
Tampax. Like a tampon that he puts on.
It could be. I mean, he's a fucking Dallas Cowgirl, so it could be.
Just a maxi pad around his neck.
It could be. Maybe I need one.
With that being said, yeah, I think the Cowboys they get the over by themselves.
Oh yeah, literally. I can totally see that happening. They could score 80 in this game. Like it's gonna be one of those. But moving on, we have the Commanders at the Seahawks. Seahawks currently favored by 6. Jesus Christ, 6. Geno's look bad. Sam Howell's not been bad. I know the Commanders kind of sold, got rid of obviously two of their better players, and Chase Young and Montez Sweat, and
Thank you, DC.
fuck you, DC. Also, we didn't even talk about that. We get to see Chase Young opposite of Nick Bosa this weekend for the Niners. I didn't even think about that. All right, maybe the Niners should be favored. But anyways, both teams are kind of sputtering right now. I do also, spoiler, I'm not going to give it away, but I do have this one as one of my dick picks. So
Stop
we'll get
spoiling.
into that later. I'm not telling you what the pick is.
Maybe I wanted to bet on that game.
No, you can't. So, I mean, you still can, but
I was mean to Gino. I think Gino could
the guy that broke his jaw.
I think Gino could have a good game.
He could. I mean, the pieces are there. It's not consistent.
Yeah, but I don't know. The Commanders' defense isn't bad, but if Emmanuel Forbes is playing, I think DK Metcalf could have a career game. That was their first round pick at corner.
Mm-hmm.
He's struggling a little bit.
Yeah.
He is a rookie, but he's struggling a little bit. So it depends on who they
who's
put out there.
not struggling at corner as a first round pick? Your guy, Witherspoon.
Yeah. That's not surprising, though. He was that good. He's the highest rated corner I've ever graded. I don't grade. But I just saw him play at Illinois, and I was like, dude, he's him. He's looked like him.
Literally could be a Hall of Famer. Like, he has the potential to be that. He's so good.
Their defenses look good. Geno Smith could have a bounce back game.
Yeah. No, literally.
But Sam Howell's looked good too. This is a prove it for both quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Even though Sam Howell's kind of already proved it, and Geno Smith last year with Comeback Player of the Year has proved it. This is my version of their prove it because last week
continue to prove it.
Yeah. There you go. Sorry, lack of sleep. Can't think.
You got any other thoughts on this game though?
No, I don't have any other thoughts. You want to go ahead and move on?
Yeah. So our next how do we get this draw for primetime games this late in the season? Like, these couldn't have been flexed. Are you fucking kidding me?
Jets.
We got the Aiden O'Connell Zach Wilson Bowl here, otherwise known as the throw it to the other team bowl, as I would assume. Nah, they haven't been.
No,
Zach Wilson
disrespect Aiden O'Connell.
Aiden O'Connell. Hey, put up 30 last week. But I don't know. I mean, this is a game I might even avoid watching. I don't even know if I'm gonna lay eyes on this one on Sunday night.
Listen, if you don't like me at my Chiefs Bengals or Ravens Bengals, then you can't watch me at my Jets Raiders.
That's fine. With this one, that's fine.
Are you a football guy or what?
I am a football guy, but this isn't football. This is bullshit.
Yeah, I know.
Games suck. Jets defense should feast in this one, though, right? You think?
Yeah. I mean, you know how it goes with interim coaches. First game, it's like, holy shit, but now it's
Saturday.
Yeah. Like, you have fun with it. The vibes are high.
Yeah.
One of the vibes
it's like having a substitute teacher.
Yeah. Like, it's fun, but then you're like, well, okay, now what are we going to get today?
Yeah.
So this is going to be, okay, what is Antonio Pierce, what does he have planned? Now they're favored. Raiders
are favored. Hey, but like I said last week, Antonio Pierce was given the opportunity. This is his audition, right?
Yeah.
Apparently he's still in the running to be their next head coach. This is his audition. So I feel like, it's two shitty teams playing each other, primetime football, but there's a lot to play for. Oh, the Jets, if they keep playing these close games and maybe keep winning, Aaron's look closer and closer to being game ready. And you could, if whatever happens, and Aaron ends up playing, it could be like that, was it 2015, where Aaron broke his collarbone and the Packers were just awful, but they were still in the playoff hunt, and he came back and rattled off a few wins and lost to the MVP Cam Newton-led Panthers, but the opportunity's still there.
Yeah.
Gotta go out and take it.
I'll try to watch that game. It's Sunday night.
I'll probably have it on.
Yeah. Last game, Monday night game, Broncos Bills. Maybe the Broncos have figured it out. Won their last 2 games. They beat the Chiefs.
They did.
They did. They did beat the Packers too. I mean, it wasn't by much, but maybe they figured it out.
Okay,
Russell
beating the
Wilson's still
Packers is like throwing a pencil through a napkin. Okay, it's not that hard.
Well, it's a game the Packers should have won.
It is a game the Packers should have won.
They were.
So is the Vikings game.
Yeah. Packers are frauds. Can't be a fraud if you're not a good team, though.
I'm about to say, yeah. What are they? Fraud? Bad? No, they're dog shit.
Yeah. I know this isn't like much, but Russell Wilson's thrown 4 touchdowns in his past 2 games. It's like, well, he should, but I think he's had like 16 touchdown passes on the season.
Yeah, he's one of the leader. He's one of the touchdown passing leaders, I think, in the NFL. Yeah. Whereas last year it was like week 12 by the time he got 10 or some shit like that.
Yeah. Right now 2 is the leader, but he's up there. I think he's like 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm.
But the Bills going into the season, they're the same team as last year. They're not very good as a team. Josh Allen kind of has to put on a cape. So does Stephon Diggs. Sometimes Gabe Davis is going out there. They need to, because right now, like Dalton Kincaid is like their leader in like touchdowns compared to Dawson Knox, right? Like he has more touchdowns than Dawson Knox.
I don't know.
He is a big red zone threat, and so
man, I've never been. You can ask people. I think I mentioned it multiple times. Devin Lloyd was my biggest draft crush. Okay, the year, and then we went and got Quay Walker. Well, I then doubled that. I love Dalton Kincaid so much and for so long.
He's putting a good name on the Dalton.
Dude, he makes us look good. I'm dragging us down, to be honest, but he makes us look good.
Yeah.
He's a good Dalton.
Bills are favored right now by 7. I don't have any like interesting stats on this game. I wish I did.
I really don't have anything either. I mean, the Bills probably should win. I don't know that they cover as poorly as they've been playing. And the Broncos, like you said, they kind of turned that corner. You know, maybe it just took a few weeks for Sean Payton and them to get going, but Russell hasn't looked terrible. They can run the ball on anybody. I don't know that the Bills defense can necessarily slow down Javonte Williams and Paul P. Ryan and that, what was it, Montgomery or whatever that kid's name is?
I know who you're talking about.
McLaughlin.
Yeah, McLaughlin.
Are
we on upset watch?
Very well could be. I think this, I was talking a lot of shit about our primetime games. This could be a good game.
Could be an upset.
I could see it being a pretty good game. And maybe even an upset, but I'm not putting any money on it. That's for damn sure.
You fucking gambling fraud.
I'm a pussy. Hey,
Yeah, you are. You're a big pussy from The Sopranos.
Big pussy.
He gets taken out, by the way. Just like the Packers.
Hey.
They're going to get taken out.
Hey, just like JFK.
Damn, sad times.
Sad times. Good thing I wasn't alive. I would have stepped in.
Yeah.
About it, yeah. I'd have been the shooter. No, I'm just kidding. CIA is going to just swarm in here.
Oh, my God.
I never would have said that. All right. That was all of the NFL games for the weekend. Do you want to go ahead and get into our dick picks?
Yeah. So
you have yours picked out?
I'm going to let you go first.
You going to go on all of them, or are we going to go one at a time like we're normal?
Like we always do, one-on-one.
Okay. I just want to make sure. So for my first dick pick, we're going to Germany. I am going to take the under in Colts Patriots.
It's an easy
the
one.
The over-under is 42.5. Yeah, that's certainly, I think, the under.
Well, you gotta have at least one lock. So
yeah, that's my lock for this week.
Yeah,
you're not gonna like me. I'm gonna piss you off this week.
Okay.
But who's your next one? What's your first dick pick for the weekend? How many inches?
Well, we're gonna go big on this one.
Oh shit.
So we're gonna take the over in the Bengals Texans game.
Okay.
Which is crazy because both defenses are actually like not bad.
Yeah, they're not terrible. I think both offenses are just way too powered though.
Yeah.
I had one for that game. I had the Texans covering, but I'm gonna skip that one because you picked on that game. My next one, taking another under here. Taking the under in the Packers and Steelers game.
Okay.
I have no expectations for a win. I just think both offenses are going to suck shit through a straw this weekend. So
I like it. Okay, 2 unders.
Yep.
All right. Well, I can go next.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to take the Browns to cover.
I like it. Low scoring game.
That's kind of a risky one though, just because of how good the
Yeah.
Ravens have looked. But I mean, it's a divisional matchup.
Two of the best defenses.
No.
It's gonna be a good one. I can certainly see that one. I can certainly see that one covering. Sorry, I'm marking next to yours. My next one. I'm going to take the Cards outright to win against the Falcons. Kyler Murray's return.
I like it. Yeah, Kyler Murray, get that win. Go ahead and come to Chicago.
Hey,
Grass
man, you're
greener.
getting dubs and COD. I know you're searching to destroy KD's got to be crazy. Or Warzone, whatever you play. There's no hate. But go get that. Go beat some Falcon ass, man.
Yeah.
Go beat the Dirty Birds.
Yeah, go beat those Dirty Birds. Grass is greener on the other side, and so is the cocaine on the field when it snows.
Right off Lake Michigan.
I hope we get a snow game. I think Chicago has a few more home games.
I want like a 2016 Bills snow game. Everyone like LaShawn McCoy. Or was it Bills Colts?
Mm-hmm.
And Shady was like running in snow that was taller than him. Oh, those are the best, man. The Blizzard games are the best. What's your next pick?
I'm sorry, I'm writing mine down.
Unprepared, this guy.
Yeah. I should have just written them down, but
I had all mine yesterday.
Did you really?
Yeah, I was at work not doing shit, and so I was looking at it.
Okay. I am gonna take Minnesota to win.
Okay, I like it.
It's risky.
It is risky, but I like it. My next one, taking the Lions to cover the 3-point spread against the Chargers.
I like that one. You said Lions to cover?
Yes.
I am going to take the under in the Commander-Seahawks game.
Fuck
Crazy,
you.
right?
Fuck you.
Oh, fuck you.
I was going to take Washington to cover in that one, but I don't want to put my name on the same game you got. So,
that's really risky. I'm going to regret that one, but I'm going with it.
Yeah, the under is really, really risky. You know what? We're gonna make some money off these shitty primetime games this weekend. I'm gonna take the under and Jets and Raiders.
Jets and Raiders?
Yep.
The under.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I like it. That should hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jets defense is just really good unless they get like 3 pick sixes.
They could.
You might be shitting your pants.
Yeah. What I said last week can be up Shit's Creek without a paddle.
That was a good one. We need to have like a segment where you just come up with sayings. I've got some, but I don't ever say mine because I can't think of them off the top. Yeah. I'm gonna take San Francisco -3.
Okay.
Crazy, right?
That is crazy.
Well, with Debo coming back and Trent Williams being healthy,
Chase Young.
The only problem is their secondary. Their secondary's a problem, but with their front seven, they should be able to.
Do you think Trevor Lawrence is going to have the time?
Well, Chase Young is going to have to get past our boy Anton Harrison.
He is. Anton's look good, man.
Yeah, he has.
He looks a lot better than Tyler Guyton does.
Hopefully that'll get fixed.
Hopefully. We didn't even talk about the fact that we're in the Unity uniforms this weekend. It'll be fun. It'll be fun for me to see tomorrow. But yeah, that wraps it up for our picks. You got anything else you want to talk about before we get out of here?
No, man. I just hope Oklahoma wins.
Me too. I'm gonna have a lot better weekend if Oklahoma wins this game tomorrow.
Yeah. Don't turn the ball over. Just Go out there and
smart, consistent, clean football. That's all we need.
just let Dylan Gabriel take a couple of deep shots, but actually hit on him.
Please God. But
Run the ball.
all
Run
right.
the damn ball.
I agree. I think that wraps us up for week college football week 11, NFL week 10. This is PigSkin Podcast, episode 11. Again, I am Dalton. This is Sebastian. Please like, comment, subscribe, share. Or you know what? You don't even have. Please subscribe on your own, but just start making fake YouTube accounts. You could do that. You can log in on your family's YouTube account and subscribe, or just turn the game on or turn the podcast on in the background. You know,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can
Subscribe.
turn it on. You can turn it on and just mute us. I don't give a fuck. Just we just
Well,
let's let this thing keep going.
No, we got some.
Well,
hot
we want
topics.
people to watch. All right, we want people to watch. But yeah, no, I mean, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think. Let us know if you agree with our picks. Let us know if you think we're idiots, because we certainly do. So, with that being said, this is a wrap on Pigskin Podcast, episode 11. Let's have a fucking wonderful weekend, guys. See ya.